Greetings. My name is Lauren. I apologize for interrupting on this lovely day, but I saw the light and I couldn't help myself. You see a very tall, slender man with a very, I want to say, a musketeer's hat, so it's kind of, lifted up on one side with a bit of a feather that looks awesome in the rain. And yeah, he's just he's half elf, so he's got pointed ears and is looks like he's wearing some kind of breastplate and cloak.
Okay. And not you don't have a weapon drawn, right?
I do not, though. You would see perhaps a rapier at my side.
Okay. So I just kind of like, square my shoulders a bit more, stand up tall. Not as a threat, but just as a okay, yep. If I needed to, we could fight. Like,
Sure.
Not threatening, but just aware.
Yeah.
Squared up. And say, what brings you to such an unusual location? I know we have a beacon in the rain, but this is not exactly a holiday destination.
Or at least a very bad one. I don't find myself here by choice per se. I got up this morning with a very clear task of what I was going to do, and then I find myself at a pub, and they advised me to come this way.
They're really ambiguous in that place, huh?
Reading between the lines seems to be there.
No, I agree. I found them a little bit opaque myself, more than the fog down there, huh? Yeah, cool. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to have extra help, an extra hand. You look like you might be able to use that. Indicate to the rapier.
I also flourish my lute and, give it a nice kind of strum and go, I am delighted.
I look at that and I just sort of sigh and slightly drop my head like, oh. Okay. No,
okay.
No, it's good. It's good. No, look, it's fine. Everyone has their thing. And yeah, I'm quite happy to sit and chat. I'm also I just want to say I have my my back to the side of the entrance threshold so that I can see both directions. So while I'm actually looking at Eloran, his on the outside, I want to still have, if I need it, a at least peripheral vision of what's on at my party side.
Yep. So backs to the wall.
Yeah, and just I'm in the threshold, but I'm sort of leaning against the or like back to against the archway, I guess.
Okay.
So that I can easily see both directions.
All right. Just a little bit more for elaboration for Aloran. Over the last couple of weeks, your dreams have been troubled. There's water lapping at the edges of your nightmares, and you can hear the sound of a clock chiming. Something dark moving out of sight. You turn your head to look. It's dark there, and you're clearly nothing in front of your eyes, but it's always in your peripheral vision. And this goes on for almost 2 weeks, 12 nights in a row to be precise. You wake up, following this sort of nightmare. However, on the 13th night, you wake up, screaming out, and you're not where you went to sleep. You're slumped over a pint of ale, full in Cicero's bar. A little bit more of an elaboration for you, which I don't think would have conveyed. But that's what's happened as you've sort of woken up there after almost a fortnight, 13 days to be precise.
Then that's what I said.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a confusing couple of days for me as well. This is a strange location, I feel.
Now with that, what I might do is I'm just going to pan back. Cleon's there as well, and he's listening and observing intently. You did hear, probably a little while ago, maybe half an hour ago almost, Ashtar, you did hear a battle going on. But, you know, they're quite capable, and this was a fair way off into the distance. But I think...
No, you stay in your position even when there's a battle, though, because you don't want to be flanked, right? You know,
Yeah.
It's important to make sure that exit is there if they need it, and we're not getting someone coming behind.
Yeah.
So I would stand this position until I actually felt like I was being called to
Yeah.
the fight.
And there was some sort of signal that might call you.
Yeah.
However, if we jump back to the others, Sir Lottle, Riddle, Sir Petrus. Rosa has just said, yes, my changing faces printing press. I don't know if we had rolled initiative or not. No, we hadn't. We hadn't got
I don't think so.
We hadn't got that far yet. Things hadn't, in the Ron Burgundy style, escalated quite so quickly. And she looks at you. She can see the sort of steely look in Sir Petrus's eyes.
Yeah, so I think the last thing Sir also said was, "Did you just say mine?"
She says yes.
You may have some staffing issues at the moment.
She sort of looks. Yeah, Kitty, I see your note there. That's no worries. She looks at you and sort of steps back a little bit and says, What? What do you mean?"
I don't want to point any fingers, but there may have been a misunderstanding, and someone may have thrown a bit of divine energy around your printing press.
May
Yeah,
have been
speaking of which, divine sense.
a little bit of a occupational health and safety issue.
Okay. All right. Yep. She sees you sort of doing something, and what I might do for the purposes of this, I'll do initiative anyway.
Okay.
But you know, it's not like she's grabbing a wand or, you know, ditching a rock at you or anything like that.
You want me to
Ashtar and Aloran, if you put yourselves in there as well, that'll be great.
Yeah, and if you are within 10 feet of me, which I think will be just Riddle, you get plus, I want to say plus 4 to initiative.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to this fight at all. Should I quickly go to Rusty's computer
No, that's plus 5.
roll an initiative here?
That's no worries. I can.
Can later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can add him in any case. Let's have a look. I'm just going to sort them descending because we're not. I'm just doing it so that we can, rather than sort of bouncing around a bit about what everyone wants to do, we can just go in order. Where is he? Sir Petrus. He's in there anyway. It's a 20. Okay. So Solotl, you do divine sense.
So that's fiends, celestials, and undead.
Yep. If you don't detect anything, are you going to say anything? Or if you do detect anything, are you going to say anything?
That's a complicated question. Can you run one more time?
Oh, are you going to yell out what you sense, or are you going to keep it to yourself? I won't bother going into the Cone of Silence if you're going to yell it
I
out to
mean,
everyone anyway.
it kind of depends what I end up sensing.
Okay, if you sense no bad things, and if you sense no, I'll slip into the Cone of Silence anyway.
Oh,
Just make
okay.
it easier. Let's have a look. Cohen of Silence. Where are you? There we go. All right. Xolotl, you cast your divine sense all around. You get a faint sense of undead, but not. It's a really strange half sense you get from Sir Petrus, but you get nothing from her.
Okay, I mean, with Sir Petrus, I think last time we talked, he said he's not really undead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
and
don't think.
I had a bit of a research throughout the week, and I'm not having him radiate as undead, but he would. I'm just treating it as he would come up as there's something off, something a little bit undeady about him to you.
Okay.
But that,
okay.
not that's not from another plane or anything. It shouldn't trigger your thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But okay, I figured out she wouldn't, but she doesn't have anything nearby, hidden in the shadows, any puppets. That's it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to switch back to the other thing.
Sure.
All right. We're all back. Xolotl sort of thinks intently for a moment. So Petrus, are you with us? Do you want to do anything at this point?
He still isn't. I don't actually know where he's gone.
That's okay. What I'll do is if he's missing, if we get back to him by then that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just drop him down in the ranks. So,
a quick question though: should I roll the wisdom or whatever saving throw? Because open my mind and all that.
Ooh.
No, this is just for you. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Can you
wisdom, right?
Yes.
That should be okay.
What are you on? 18. Okay, no problem. All right. So, opening your mind to try and sense reality, you find that does assault you, but you manage to. You're strong enough willpower to push through that. Let's have a look. Rose is she's pretty sprightly for a senior citizen. Okay, and she casts some sort of spell. You're not too sure what that is, but she just mutters something and waves her hand around a little bit.
Counter spell.
Yep. You can't see.
Yeah, why not? I'll do a counter spell.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So riddle, boom, counter spell. Let's see. Can you roll a d20? Roll to see what level spell you would.
Who? Because I was trying to counter spell too. So.
Okay. Oh, you both can then. That means you both have a chance.
Okay.
If you convert it and just tell me what level of spell you would.
For me, it was third.
Third, okay, for Xolotl. And what would you be dispelling or countering there, Riddle?
I rolled a 15, but DC equals 10 plus spells level.
So you would have dispelled a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not sure. You don't. There's no visible effect. So you may have countered it, or maybe not. It's not like you're absorbing the spell or to know whether it was successfully countered or not. But 2 counter spells go off, and it's now Riddle's turn. We haven't had you, have we?
No. But I think Sir Petrus is back if he wants to take his turn.
Oh yeah, if you're back in business.
I'm happy to wait for him to finish his turn.
Oh, no, please have your turn. I'm reviewing my options as we speak.
Okay.
God. I just want to say, when I did my counterspell, I tried to do it subtly. I don't know if you want me to like sleight of hand for it.
No, that's all right. You
It's more just a let's
yeah,
not
nah,
thing.
yeah.
But as I was saying, I'm kind of more just gonna take a step back
Okay.
and just prepare an eldritch blast if things should hit the fan.
Okay. So that would be readying it. So you actually do cast it. You're ready.
Yeah.
You've got some sort of force energy in your hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hold my hands behind my back.
Okay, you're ready to. Right, you got 3 like those Tai Chi balls that people roll around in their hands. You're ready to sling them out there.
Posture-wise, I'm standing like a guilty child right now.
Okay, all right. What's in your left hand? She says. That was Riddle. So Petrus, you see this. Riddle's got these 3 balls of energy that she's sort of juggling behind her back. What do you want to do?
I'm not sure what has already transpired with this necromancer.
Okay, so what's happened is she's taken a step back after being informed that her staffing levels may have dropped somewhat due to some overzealous holy business.
You mean correct action? But do go on.
Yeah. And so she took a step back and said, what? And then Solotto did something with his mind, and then Riddle, she tried to cast a spell of some sort, and both Solotto and Riddle counterspelled it. Riddle has now summoned some energy and readied something behind her back, but there's been no physical attack or anything like that as yet.
I will summon forth a spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I believe I can conjure that right next to this foul creature.
Oh, yes.
And it can strike immediately.
It can. I'll just see if I can. There it is. A spiritual cleaver. There we go. So this magical weapon appears. You cast your thing, and where are we? I'm just rolling down. 18 to hit. Let's see.
Technically, that's not unsheathing a weapon.
No. Okay, you it comes down, cleaves at her, and you see under her robes, you realise that she's actually got a whole suit of tightly encased bone armour made of tightly interwoven slender bones, and she uses a reaction to throw up some sort of field of force to improve her armour, decrease her chances of being hit. And this spiritual weapon, clang, hits this shield of energy in front of her.
I see.
But that's your bonus action. You've still got a regular one, I guess.
I do. I will toll the dead.
All right. And she needs to roll a saving throw versus something, I'm sure.
Wisdom 18.
Ooh, nasty. Okay. Let me see. Okay, 18. She passes that,
Okay.
but she's now, she can't see her face. Remember, she's got a mask on. Yeah, if you could, maybe she'd be squinting at you now.
And I will stride forward imperiously towards her.
Oh no. Okay, all right. Dun, dun, dun. Here comes Sir Petrus. Gewinty goes, and he also gets a wand out. No, he gets his loot out, and let's see. He'll move back away. I think he was, and Ashtar, Cleon. Okay, Sir Lottle, you're up soon. He's going to go Go Sir Lotto. You're as more man than lizard, and does an attempt to try to make you feel good about yourself. I don't know.
That's rude.
But you can feel inspired that he's got you back.
Sure.
And he can have bardic inspiration. I think it's a D12 at this level.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and otherwise he sort of moves back and he's got his instrument out. Ashtar, you hear some voices in anger. It's actually not too far away from you. They were sort of starting to move their way out. Let's see. Yeah, only 60, 70, a little bit more, a little bit. There's a few light sources around, so things you can see as you can see them. So, what do you want to do? Are you on mute? I can't see you.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, with the distance, did I hear any of that conversation? Like, do I have an indication?
No, too
who
far
they're
away.
talking?
Too far away, but you can hear there's voices in anger. Voices
Okay.
raised. You might even hear the clang of sword on something solid.
Yeah. I think I would yeah, I want to come within range to check in on this. Because it's not just like rats or whatever. You don't talk in anger to rats,
No.
you know. So this is feeling a bit more ominous.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll come in to how far can I? Sorry, just forgot my name.
Arrow keys are your friend. Just 30 foot is your regular move, and then you can maybe even still do an action once you can see better.
Yeah. Okay, so.
You can see Riddle's flaming sword off in the distance, and
Oh, that doesn't work. Okay.
I can't see Aloran. I can't see you in the.
Yeah, I forgot to click my token before rolling my initiative.
Okay, just select your token and keep doing it until it goes in properly, and we'll just take
Okay.
the first successful roll.
One that it goes.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I can.
Cool. I was just double checking where I was, but that's as far as I can get. So, I guess it depends on what I can see, if anything, from there.
Yeah. Well, can you see with your?
I've got my vision is
If you can see it on screen, then that you can see it in real life.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can totally see it, but
Okay.
that means I would have seen it from the doorway.
Yeah. So you could see that there was some commotion going on, enough to move 30 feet
But now that
closer.
I'm a bit closer, does that mean I have now an indication of that, like who they're talking to?
Yeah, so you can see there's an old woman, but she's standing defiantly, looking at the party.
And Sir Petros looks pretty annoyed. Am I
yeah,
getting an indication that he is going to kill her because she's the necromancer after his little incident?
yeah,
at
he's
the,
he's got a case of the nasties, and he seems to be gesturing furiously at his spiritual cleaver.
Okay. Question about the notes from last game.
Yep.
With the what was it, the Amber Convention?
Yes.
I think it was. Is that meant to mean that that's in place now?
No, these are the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement with an audience with the spider.
Right, with the spider. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was just double checking. Cool. All right. In that case, I think I will just do. Let's double check. But do an extra dash so that I can get to here and draw myself my lovely, lovely sword. Bledden.
All right. And is that your full movement? So you're about 10 feet away from her now?
Yeah, that's as far as I could get with the dash as well.
Okay, all right. So you've dashed across and you're ready next round to go berserkus. Aloran, I see you rolled a really high initiative roll, so I've just slotted you in next.
Yeah, thank you. I also have
Yeah.
my initiative wrong on my character sheet, which I have now fixed.
No.
So it doesn't give me a plus 14 every time I roll.
Happy days.
So obviously not entirely sure what's going on, but the very nice person I was talking to has just run in. I look at Cleon and say, ladies first, and I'll make it.
It's different.
He's patting his pockets going, where the fuck's that wand? He's rolled 5 on his initiative roll.
Excellent. Then I'll kind of yeah, I'll make my way over here. I'll start playing a little bit of a jaunty tune, not entirely sure what's appropriate at the moment, and I'll give Ashtar an inspiration die.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Ashtar, someone's got your back as well. You can hear something behind you, and it's making you feel particularly heroic.
Is it fair to say that it's quite clearly about to be hitting the fan, so to speak?
Yeah.
Everyone's looking very cross. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to channel my inner Cleon, and he'll go, whoa, everybody, come on. We don't need to fight about this. What are we doing here? No one's lifted a finger yet. Come on. And he tries to smooth things over. Okay. All right. And with that, she does seem to pause as if she's ready to put her wand away or whatnot, but warily eyeing off this sword that's hovering over her head and this, not raging, but half-orc that's bearing down from the back. But of course it's not her turn yet. So Lottle, what do you want to do?
Cyril will step forward, raise his hand towards Petrus, and say, "There is no reason. There is no need for blood." And to her, he will say, "Surrender, and we can talk about your redemption."
Okay. Can you roll a persuasion, please?
Okay, I'm gonna use that in inspiration. That was D12, right?
Yeah.
So 21 total.
Okay. All right. Once again, she seems like she's ready to. She's not holding out her hands for you to tie them up or anything. She says to you, "What has an old woman got? What have you lot got against an old woman just collecting her things?"
Can we talk out of turn, or?
Yeah, or I just know. Oh, I guess we need to run through everyone in case anyone does want to jump in there.
Sure.
Riddle.
Riddle's gonna be like, look.
You-
Some of us are just more sensitive than others to
Okay.
the matter of the undead.
All right.
I personally don't mind gesturing to Petrus. Him, not so much.
Sir Petrus?
Your works are an abomination. Repent, but I will lower my mace and stay the summoned weapon.
Okay. She looks at you quite with a head tilted on one side, and she just says to you, "Pots and kettles, my son."
Explain yourself.
You seem so vigorous an opponent against ones who've returned to us. It happens a lot in this town.
I am an agent of the goddess of separation. Your work is a direct defiance of that natural law.
Yes. Maybe when you're washing your sins away tonight, you might look in the mirror.
I've been sent back for a purpose, not to make newspapers.
Ah, yes, newspapers. Well, anyway, if we're all friends again, I might make my way. I assume you are determined to ascend. And she nods towards the staircase beyond.
Yes, but you may not leave yet. The girl, the light. We know she talked with you. You're the one who let her here.
I was her confidant. She was determined to leave this place. She has the determination of the youth. The rest of us, we have made settlement with our lot.
How many have you led to this place?
I'm not sure what you mean. I don't lead people to this place. She wanted to find the spider.
Do you know if she found the spider?
I expect so.
Did you accompany the girl on her way there?
No, I showed her the way here.
You led a young girl into prison full of shadows that bring nothing but death.
Oh, they tend to leave me alone.
You, yes? What of her?
Oh, I sensed some greater destiny in her.
A greater destiny than being a fly?
Greater destiny than being torn to shreds by those who crouch.
Your employees. From where have you acquired them?
Oh, this was a very popular city at one stage. But there is no economy here, no raw materials. We must get by with what is here at the time of its fall. I have my way.
Yes, the way of darkness and evil.
You might visit the mausoleum one time then, Sir Petrus.
I will. Is it the source of your black power?
It is a place where I would not go.
Are we to let this witch continue in her foul activities? The Petrus looks amongst his colleagues.
I understand.
Go ahead.
I understand your view, my friend, but as Zalotl has pointed out, there's a young girl potentially walking around with no one to guard her or protect her. Would you deal vengeance on this one at the sake of that young life?
No, of course not.
That may be the choice we have here.
That's not a matter of vengeance. This one led the young one into this place, knowing full that it is dangerous.
Can we not tie her up and kill her later? Once the girl's safe? I don't know. Just, surely there are other options.
What say you, witch?
Let's have a look.
A question, on the map or on our walk anywhere, have we seen anything that looked like a cemetery or some, I know, cathedral, and any place where she might have acquired some skeletons?
Oh, remember, there's bones everywhere here.
Well, in here, yeah, but outside than here.
You sensed a lot of skeletons, even in the graveyard where the Duchess was. But I don't think you'd passed any, cemeteries or anything like that. But she mentioned mausoleum.
Yeah, but she also said she doesn't go there.
No. Okay. She says no. I'll be off, I think.
I will come to your establishment and we will set things to right once this girl is safe.
She says, I'll see you then. Cleon will sort of take a step to one side, like, okay. Lauren does the same.
Zalotl, do you recall the place she said? Some mausoleum?
I don't think so. No.
What was it called?
You should know.
Sir Petrus and Aloran, you might have heard of it because you've been here longer than the rest of the party. If you want to, can roll a history check.
I will call on my knowledge from a past life.
Okay. Okay, so you get a... Is it with advantage or is it just a bonus? Oh, that's the +4.
So I got 23.
Okay. So you've heard that there is a mausoleum, which is what they call what is effectively the crematorium. And you've heard, when you've asked about what happened to them, they got taken off to the mausoleum.
Did she call it the Black Mausoleum or?
Yes.
Yeah. And
So
where
I've
is
got
it
a
located?
21. Sorry.
20. Sorry, you got a.
Apologies.
Was that a 21?
21. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it in the chat come up. Did it? Not?
It's no, it's still coming through.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. That's no worries.
It's in the D&D Beyond, however, if you want to check.
That's fine. Yeah, if they just sometimes they take a while to reflect in the chat. Let's see here.
You swap tabs too quickly, it doesn't actually go through. You have to stay on the D&D Beyond one a little bit.
Maybe that's it.
Just do a practice one, just so that we can see if that's what it is.
Okay, I'll just do.
Yeah, if you have the animated die turned on, you need to wait for the animation to finish.
Okay, so you've heard of the mausoleum as well. and you know of someone who was expected to be taken to the mausoleum. This is when you were just trying to drum up information on the streets or in the tavern, and it was not too far from the inn. Actually, you didn't take up the challenge, but someone was in the tavern saying how a husband of one of the locals there died, and she was going around telling everyone how the gods had returned, a miracle has happened. Her husband did not die, and awoke even on the cart on the way to be cremated, and luckily he arose and came back inside, and he's been convalescing ever since up in his rooms. But they were asking for a group or someone who could come and try and help out, because his daughter was looking after him, mopping his brow, doing the Florence Nightingale thing, and wasn't allowing the wife anywhere near the husband, locking the door or shushing her out. No, he's on the mend. Just a little snippet that you had heard, and you weren't keen to go traipsing off to see if you could talk a daughter into letting the wife and husband reunite in what would otherwise be a joyous time. But yeah, mausoleum, that's a reference that you'd picked up on, and generally a cremation rather than which is odd, because Sir Petrus, what you've heard of the mausoleum is it's a place where you get interred, not cremated. You've got conflicting descriptions of what happens there. But the rest of you, Cleon wanders over after Rosa sort of heads out. Aloran, if you can move over and rejoin the others. And I guess Cleon is a neutral character here. It's just, so where to from here? He hasn't witnessed everything that you guys have just done.
Yes, we need to meet the spider.
Yeah, I equally came late to the fight, so, and also, I'm looking to the others to sort of quickly assess what's going on.
Oh, Ashtar, a souvenir for you.
And Xeroth will throw to her the great sword, the holy one.
A sword.
Oh.
How exciting. Oh. Where was this found?
Upstairs.
Oh.
And you feel it, and it feels magnificent, expertly balanced, a keen shine on it. There's runes in common running up the blade, and there's a word written on each side of the crosspiece.
Yeah. So can I read it? What does it say?
The writing appears to the writing in common. Let's have a look. In common, going up the middle. I think Solotto, you've got that written down, don't you?
Yeah, the rose fades as all beauty must until only thorns remain. This world will bleed.
Oh. I like
And
that.
then there's, I think, a celestial or something that we couldn't read across the crossguard.
Yeah. So there's celestial words on the crossguard, two different ones.
There's I'm just sort of, I guess, admiring the blade, swing it around a little bit, feel the weight of it, and where the balance is, and admire the runes a little bit. And
yeah, go on. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to thank you, Lotto. a gift of a blade is a very, very, very strong gesture. I appreciate it.
It's not mine. I don't care.
Well, it was yours when you picked it up and claimed it. And
No, it's Sir Petrus's.
so Petrus, and she looks to him a little bit warily, but is like, "Can you read Celestial?"
I cannot.
What about Aloran? I don't know.
Might be safest. I don't know if I trust Sir Petrus's reaction to anything.
Snap it.
So I'm like, maybe it's better if he can't read what it says.
No, Lauren can only read a common, Elvish, and Halfling.
Okay. Oh, actually, Cleon's there. He can. He wasn't there when you guys were all when you found the sword. Yeah. And he can interpret it for you. Just read it, Celestial. And he says, "Oh, this is interesting." He says, "This sword appears to have two names. The first one, difficult. It's a word in Celestial that sort of means to give comfort or consolation in a time of great distress. Probably the closest word he can think of in common would be solace." I'll put that in the chat.
Say that it makes sense because you're at peace once you die. But as we've seen, not always the case. I mean, those skeletons were working to the bone. Like joke, I laugh at myself.
It is no joking matter.
And Ashtar, I guess you flip the sword over and let him read the other side. He says, "Oh, this is ominous." He says, "This is a description of a plane of existence, a lower plane of existence, but a particular domain, where creatures that go there are in a state of eternal punishment or damnation, into which particularly sinful or unrepentant people pass after death." And I guess this might be a reference to the sword's purpose, because it feels like it's another name though, Perdition's Gate.
So we're sending them away to this place.
Does Sir Petrus know of Perdition's Gate?
Yeah, you can have a religion check for me. Okay, so you've definitely heard of Perdition as like a demi-plane or a location within the lower planes. Perdition's Gate seems to be a way to get there. It's probably a reference to this sword.
Okay. And so when you say lower planes, would you mean the abyss or
No, probably
one of the planes of hell?
One of the ones in between the two.
Ah. Understood.
And while some of those, they span across, some are more chaotic, some are more, diabolical. There's, Tartarus and Hades and Acheron and all these other names for all these different worlds between hell and the abyss. I guess Perdition is another one of those. And Ashtar, you start to feel that you're over time attuning to this weapon, are starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah. I start, just mindlessly, like without thinking a little bit, just going through some of the sword drills that I've done throughout my whole life, and some of the more military kind of maneuvers, and just
Okay.
just sort of testing the blade a little as part of getting familiar with it.
Yep.
And just kind of doing that almost without thinking about it. It's just kind of
Right.
muscle memory to see how it feels,
Okay.
Hmm.
As you start to wave this around, every now and then it leaves a trailing hum of radiant energy behind it. Haven't quite figured that out yet, how it works. So you've only had it a few minutes. You reckon if you sort of do this for an hour, through a short rest or something like that, you might be able to hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Well, does it have a scabbard, or is it just the blade?
It does have a scabbard, if I recall.
Cool. Well, I think I will keep it out for now while we're discussing where we're going next. But as soon as we start actually heading somewhere, I'll put it in its scabbard and maybe wrap it up with the longbow.
Okay.
And tie it to my back with the rest of the things that are away for later, kind of thing.
All right.
Yeah. Out of character question. Does that have a is that in like D&D Beyond a listing, or is it a unique thing that you've made?
It's unique.
Okay. I'll make a custom item for
it. Yeah, that's probably going to be easiest. Okay, so what is everyone going to do? Do you want to spend the hour or so, or take a short rest? How's everyone going? Or do you want to... I think that you're heading up this stairs right near you is where Rosa gestured.
Mm-hmm.
Riddle's currently getting water in places she really doesn't like. So she's like, guys, we have been in the rain for hours. Can we please find somewhere just to take a short break and let me dry off? Please. As a point, she takes off her hat. She kind of shakes her head and her wet fur goes everywhere.
Wet cat.
The Petrus looks down at the water shaking all over him. Impassive.
Makes no difference. It never stops raining.
Yeah.
This guy who doesn't have fur.
Yeah, he's got scales. They just run up.
Yeah, for what? He's happy that he doesn't have to moisturize his own eyes all the time.
Yeah. So short rest then?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
Very well.
Okay.
My spells are tapped.
Oh,
Excellent.
over the course of this short rest, you do hear the crouching things in the distance, and it feels like there's quite a few circling around. They never come closer than a couple of 100 feet, well out of visibility range, but and they're circling around, but they don't come closer. And at the end of that time, let's see, was it Ashtar? As you're speaking the name over and this over and and waving it around, doing your actions and so on, and you can feel get used to the power of it, and you find that it's +2 to hit and damage. And now, every time you strike, it hums with an extra d6 radiant damage, which will land every time it hits.
Nice.
And while you have this weapon and it's attuned to you, you get infused with sort of this celestial energy from the sword. So much so that this sword you feel probably used to belong to some sort of angel, celestial being. And while the sword is not intelligent or sentient or anything like that, you get some sort of vestige of this heavenly power. So much so that you can understand and speak celestial. And you can converse now in celestial with Cleon. While waving this sword around and you're feeling the energy, the radiant energy from this weapon, you can also tell that you also are resistant to radiant damage. So while there's all this sort of martial death-dealing skills that this thing has with its +2 and its radiant damage, if you flip the sword over and you feel like you can give solace to one who has fallen in battle, one who has suffered, and once per day until the next dawn, you can cast Revivify without any components with this weapon.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, cool. All right.
And I'll paste all of that into the chat, but I didn't
That'd be great.
I didn't want to turn it into a whole bunch of stats.
No, I like the description. It's
So,
just that in chat means I don't get it wrong.
yeah. So I'll paste it in there.
I'll make a custom weapon in D&D Beyond for that too.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
And you can add the language and.
Yeah, I feel like when you swing it around, like maybe there's a slightly different tone to the depending on whether you're using the Perdition's Gate or the Solace.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And like the Solace is like one of those, you know, like the singing bowls, like the meditation bowls that ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, kind of weird ring, and the other one is a little bit more like a threatening aura, like that hum that's just like you can't quite hear it, but it annoys you. Or like static, kind of, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I haven't got any image. You can decide or find a picture to associate, or decide what the scabbard and what the weapon looks like.
Yeah, from now on, whenever you attack with it, you need to make the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you block, you need to go ching. Okay.
Cool.
While we're in a short rest, Lauren is kind of keeping to the short rest outskirts, kind of not wanting to intrude. So he kind of plays a little bit of a nervous but somewhat calming tune on his lute, and I'll do a song of rest for everyone if they wish to add it to their
Cool.
HP.
So I think Sir Petrus and Riddle both rolled hit dice to heal a bit then. So
yes.
Those two will get an additional 3 hit points back if they need
I'm at full. No.
Yeah, okay.
But Sir Petrus will observe the music being played and lament that his lute is not with him.
I would like to, when I'm doing the tuning to the weapon, have it like like the music's in the background. I sort of become a rhythm where like I start doing those drills to the rhythm of the song, and it's kind of just becomes like a part of their tuning to the weapon.
And Xer also will quietly just pound people around him over and over, and eventually go like, "Do we have someone else here?"
Riddle's standing next to a Lauren going, "What's this string do? What's this string do? Dink."
You see like this shiver of frustration. He says nothing, but he just suddenly just kind of changes where his positions of his hands are. So, you know, not wanting to disrupt, you know, Ashitar's flow. You know, she's got a good rhythm over there, but stop it.
Just kind of taps the bass a little bit, see what happens.
An hour has passed. What do you want to do?
We must find the highest part of the city, is it not? Do I remember being told something about the library?
Yes. I think Rosa also said if you're looking for because this is in last time we
yes.
in conversation, she said that if you're just searching for information, there's Snerian's bookstore or the Great Library.
Sir Petrus laughs. He misunderstood, assuming that the Great Library was the highest point in the city.
No, those were just 2 other locations. I'll put those in the chat.
So shall we make our way up and see if we can find this spider, or...?
You can have a snoop around and see if you can lead on, Riddle. I think you came from directly east, but you haven't found the foot of any stairs yet.
Well, Rosa pointed to this column.
She did, yeah.
She suggested this one.
Yep.
And also, speaking of exploration, I don't see any of the areas we visited previously. It's like all dark now.
Oh, I see. I'll see if I can switch on exploration mode and have a look.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
How's that
Once
looking?
we have a direction.
Looks good.
Sorry. Once I have a direction, I'll take the lead.
Okay.
Or second, depending if someone feels more confident sort of spotting things.
So you came, I'm just going to get rid of the turnover. You came from down this direction.
Mm-hmm.
And if I pan right out, there's a large spiralling staircase going upwards. I'll shift ping that. That's up here, up the top. But you haven't found any other staircases in the top half of the building so far. But yeah, Rosa did. You know, you said, "Oh, well, aren't there others?" And she said, "Well, here's one. You could try that." Or and pointing to this huge block that's rising up into the darkness right next to you. Riddle and Sir Petrus have got their backs to it right now.
I believe we climbed that semicircular staircase to the north.
Yeah, you have. You've
And that's
Yes.
where we found the sword.
Correct.
Well, there's no point standing around.
Okay, so Salotl's heading off to the east.
Yes, I will accompany him.
Riddle follows on too.
Okay. And Solotl, you see Solotl bend around back to the other direction, to the west, after circling around this huge, 50-foot by 40-foot block of stone that just rises into the heights above. And finally, Solotl, you find that the bottom side of this seems to drop down into to your level, and there are a staircase probably. Oh God, 15 feet wide maybe?
Okay.
I think this is what we are looking for. Way up.
Aloran, you've got dark vision, is that right? So you can probably see...
I do.
Yeah,
60
okay.
foot.
Okay. So you're trailing along, following the rest as well?
I am, again, not getting in the way, but definitely curious as to what's going on.
Okay.
Ashtar, you coming?
Yes. Sorry, I was looking at D&D Beyond making a thing.
Your weapon. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little...
That's all right.
Curiosity. Sorry.
So yeah, I follow with everyone. But also I want to point out that I don't want to put the sword, sheath the sword. I want to have it in my hand.
Okay.
So, like, for the move order, I think Ashtar and Xerot went first, and then...
Do the stairs basically just go straight up?
No, they go up to a platform where Solotl is, and then there's a from where Solotl is, he's probably the only one who can actually see that, or he can see a platform above.
Yeah, like a plateau.
So Ashtar and Solotl extend out, followed by Sir Petrus. The rest all following along up the stairs, and it snakes backwards. Not snakes, it's a blocky 90-degree bend, and again goes up, and it starts to bend back on itself, and you start to see, and looking up above, this goes up higher and higher. Each one takes you about 60 feet up.
So, I guess we just keep going.
Yep. Okay. So I'll move us to another map in a sec, but okay, so just doing a double check here. Ashtar, you've got your sword in hand.
Yeah.
But no light source, but you've got dark vision. Solotl.
Yeah. Still sort of making stuff out.
Yeah.
As a
Okay.
dark.
I got nothing. I rely on light from others.
Okay, so I had you with a torch at one stage, so I'm going to switch that off for now.
I mean, if I don't have any other light, I would be using too. But I think someone cast like Riddle has the flame tongue.
Yes.
I've got the light.
Yeah. Riddle, if you're using a flame tongue, just so that I can remember that, I'm going to give you an aura of red as well. Orange. Can everyone see the aura?
Yep, pretty red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But that light goes out 60 feet. The first 30 is dim.
And then
Okay, I'm just going to get you guys in. Okay, then you spiral up a bit more.
can I just say, after the second flight, Riddle goes, sod this. Cast Levitate, grabs the back of Solotl's shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I can do that for about 10 minutes. Riddle doesn't do stairs. Too much work.
Okay, I'm just going to capture everyone now. We'll move to a different map. You gauge that you might have gone maybe 100 feet in the air, roughly to the same level as what you went last week to get to that ghostly roses where you retrieve the sword. And you come up, similar to the other one, through the floor. There's this radiant glow as you approach.
A glow to the east.
No, in the sort of in the platform where you are, if you know what I mean. Hang on, let me just see.
Oh, and I guess during the short rest we would have conveyed all the rules to Ashtar and.
Yes, I'll.
And
If you look in the chat, if you want to appraise yourself of those, I'm not going to be reminding anyone of them. That's up to you guys. But they're they're almost on one page back in the chat. But in Discord, I mean. But there's blinding light stepping into this area, plunges you into a searing, baffling whiteness. It's endless. It's rather than it being warm, it's sort of a bleak and uncaring light, like a glaring neon, and it stretches out as far as you can see. I think the first two that step into this area would be Sir Lottle and Ashtar Cleon. Yeah. And as you sort of squint and put up your forearm to shield your gaze, you find that this light just goes straight through your arm, straight through your eyelids even. It's going straight into your mind. This blinding white light. Any of you three at least want to do anything at this stage?
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's nothing we can do to like prevent, like, so if we put something up, it penetrates anyway, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like fumbling around in a dark room, but it's because it's so bright you can't see.
Yeah. Okay. I
okay.
will,
So are we technically blinded? Like we don't see our surrounding? It's
No,
just the light?
you would have to try and feel your way around.
I'll put my sword out in front of me and try to hear, like, pay attention to hearing, as the sense.
Okay.
Riddle does something similar. Just goes, Richard, let me know if I hit something.
Okay.
Ow.
1 second.
The Petrus will tear a strip from part of his ragged cloak and tie it around his eyes.
Okay. Okay. I'm just adjusting some vision for yourselves so make it more realistic. All right. So let's see. Solotl, you. No, it was Ashtar. Which way do you want to walk? North, east, southwest?
Or do I hear anything?
Can you roll a perception?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel a very slight smattering of rain still falling from above.
Okay.
But you're fairly well protected. The staircase provides a fair bit of shelter.
Okay, so 17.
Okay. With your sword, you eventually, dink, you feel like you've hit rock.
Yeah. Okay.
You can still hear each other, so for Sir Petrus and Solotl, you can hear the Ashtar probably, saying, I'm just taking a few steps or something along those lines, or you hear the armour chink.
Just gonna use it kind of like a walking stick, not a walking stick, like a blind thing, tick, tick, tick.
Okay.
To try to navigate a bit.
Do either of you speak Draconic?
Yes.
Okay. Sir Lottle. You hear what feels like Draconic or even a dragon's voice, that deep rumbling of a dragon, and it whispers. It's as if it's whispering in your ear in the same way as the light is going straight into your brain, and it says, "Do you fear death?"
I guess Spirit will reply likewise in Draconic. No.
Okay. It says, "Then take my blessing."
Thank you.
And you feel this draconic energy suffuse you, and it's sort of mental stability.
Yeah, it's nice to have, I guess.
It's good to be stable.
Yeah.
I'm going to paste that into the Discord.
Sure.
Just to make it a bit easier. You've got 3 charges, and you can lose a charge instead of gaining a madness level in this place.
Oh, nice.
And through the white noise, you see even brighter letters forming, and it's in Draconic. And it says, "The dragon burns away the endless sleep. There is no sanctuary for you in death." And I'll post that into the chat.
Okay, I guess Terotol will read that out loud, but read it in common.
Okay. "The dragon burns away the endless sleep. There is no sanctuary for you in death."
Not dragons.
I don't speak ill of my family.
Sir Petrus, what are you doing at this point?
Petrus is waiting for the noise to subside so he can extend his senses.
Okay.
And try and understand the space around.
Okay. Well, you have Ashtar mentioning that she's hit a wall going to the west.
Mm-hmm. And the pattering of rain. And do I hear this draconic voice?
No, you don't.
And there's no change to the brightness that seeps through the bandages around my eyes.
No, it doesn't subside. You do hear Solotl about 20 feet away, directly to your north, if you wanted to follow along towards him.
I will stand still for a moment and listen intently for any other clues.
Okay.
And I will also be attentive to what I can smell.
Okay, can you roll a perception roll for me? While you're doing that, Aloran and Riddle, you can see, just like, when aliens come out of a spaceship and you just see them sort of silhouetted against a glow within, you can see Ashtar and Sir Petrus's legs sort of silhouetted against a brilliant bright light shining down the stairway. So you can see that they're there, and you can see that Sir Lottel's just sort of walked off to the north. If there's anything you guys want to do, you can chime in as well.
I would just note that I do roll with advantage due to the Sentinel Shield.
Oh, awesome. Okay. In that case, you feel that there is solid wall, at least somewhere fairly close to you, to the south and the west. Mm-hmm. But the room opens out more to the north.
I will give voice to this to my colleagues, and I will take a few steps carefully northwards.
Okay, you can feel Ashtar to your west, and Ashtar you can tell Sir Petrus is passing behind you, heading north.
Do not head south or west. There are walls in those directions. But beware the footing to the north and east.
A question about the radiance. Is it kind of directional? Like, does it get stronger or weaker depending where we are facing?
No. It feels like it's permeating this whole area.
Okay.
Riddle would like to try and grab around and just again grab the back of Zerl armor and just follow where he goes.
Okay, so you hitch your wagon to Sir Petrus.
If there's dragons, he's going first.
What about you, Aloran?
I was keeping a close eye on the body language of both Sir Petrus and Ashtar, and before making a step into the space.
Okay.
So I suppose I'll wait for Ashtar at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sir Lottel, you appear to be at the front of this conga line.
Okay. But from technical point of view, I see only Sir Petrus and Ashtar, and then just darkness.
You don't even see them. It's more like it's
I mean, on the screen right now, I don't see even my token. I just see theirs, and then just darkness.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah.
Got the same now.
So anyway, for the sake of time, I will just keep heading north until I bump into something or drop.
I'm just changing some settings for vision. Okay, so Aloran, you feel some hands on your backpack, and you hear a voice saying, "It's only me, Duenti," and you can hear Cleon saying, "Well, I'll hang on to your shell."
Yeah, Xerath will just keep walking in the straight line.
Okay.
He's making a lot of noise with his heavy armor,
okay.
so everyone can hear him.
So Petrus, are you following along behind Solotl?
I will, in as dignified a manner as I can manage.
Okay. What about you, Ashtar? You can feel this conga line go past you.
Oh, I'm definitely following the group. I'm sort of feeling a little bit out of sorts with this, but I'm definitely following along. I'm not going to leave any of my party members vulnerable if I can help it.
Okay.
So,
all right, you slot in.
Mm-hmm.
You start to make your way out, and you start to go up. You hit some stairs and start to go up.
Oh. Up the stairs. Let's keep going.
And while you still can't see, the light seems to be getting dimmer for you, at least, Solotl, leading up the front.
Oh, lovely.
So Lottle, beware any unexpected ends to the staircase that will throw you into a fall to your death.
Duly noted.
Riddle lifts up his sword and, please, Richard, let me know if I'm about to fall off something. I can't see anything.
Okay.
I'll give you an extra polish.
You're all completely blind, but following along each other. Solotl, finally you can see in front of you, but not behind. Ashtar, you're at the back, and you hear Cleon go, "Ah!" cry out in pain from down in this direction.
well,
Did anyone grab Cleon?
yeah. If I hear him,
he was hanging on to Duenti, and he sort of, remember there was a line, and then they sort of let go, and then Ashtar jumped in, or maybe Ashtar thought she was tucking onto the end of the line, but
yeah, I think I did.
But one of them let go to let you in, but then
Yeah, I didn't realize, so I just turned my back and kept going. Well, as soon as I hear the cry out, I'll certainly so I won't rush off into the dark. I'll like whoever is in front of me immediately, I'll just say hold up, and I'll be like, Cleon, come to us, come to the noise, and sort of try to guide him with the voice rather than trying to like rush off into the dark.
Okay, you feel this flash of heat from behind you, Ashtar. It's intense. Obviously, it's not brighter because when you say go off into the dark, it's not dark. It's actually white.
Well, it's bright.
White,
okay,
bright.
Yeah.
But there's some intense heat to the south in the direction of where you heard the voice, and you can hear this. It's like screaming in pain now.
And he's not saying anything like words. It's
just... So you yelled out, okay. Let's see. I'll just get you and him to roll an initiative roll for me.
Yep, sure. Oh, my D&D Beyond is reloading. 1 sec.
That's all right.
This is not heard by the rest of us?
Oh, yeah, the rest of you would hear it as well. It's just for a sort of snap response, I'm going to go with whoever was right at the very back.
What was the roll? Sorry.
Just an initiative roll.
Oh, yeah, okay. Easy. 16. 20.
Okay. Oh, nice one. Okay, so you'll have to just repeat for me of what was it that you were going to do?
Me?
Yeah. You were calling out to him.
Yeah, I was calling out, and now that he's in pain, I'm going to who was I?
In front of you you've got a turtle shell in front of you.
Right. So I grab the he's probably actually wearing stuff, I don't know, but I'll grab onto him and just be like, come on, let's go, and just like kind of drag him. No, I don't want to let go.
Okay.
But I want to try to use my basically just charge off.
All right.
In the direction of Cleon.
Okay, so can you roll a let's see, athletics for me?
Sure thing.
And Duenti,
30.
oh, nice one. Okay, so you hauling Duenti. He's going with you no matter what. Aloran.
Does he let go of who's in front of him?
Yeah, he may do. Yeah, his hand is pulled free, but the two of you drag Duenti to the sound of the voice. Let's see.
Try to keep us
Where
all
are you going to
together.
go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet. And you can hear on the ground Cleon in pain, or he's sort of... You can't see.
Yeah. Can I, with my foot,
Yeah.
like, sweep out in front of me just gently to try to feel direction, and because I don't want to drop my sword.
Yeah, okay.
All
All
I
right.
want to just feel around with my foot in front of me to see if I can sort of get an idea of if he's there or
Okay.
what might be there.
All right, so can you do a investigation? Yeah, it's not really perception.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay, so you're pretty sure, or
Two nat 20s in a row.
you're certain that he's pretty much right there in that square next to
Yeah,
you,
okay.
diagonally to the southwest.
Right, so just so I can reach him, can I
Yes.
touch? Right, so I will then let go. Duenti, don't go anywhere. Stay
Okay.
here.
Okay.
In fact, hold my shoulder. Put your hand on my shoulder right now.
All right.
And when I feel him, if he does that, I don't know, but
Okay.
I feel like, so I know that he's there.
Yep.
And I'm not going to lose him.
He's
I
hanging
will
on to
put
your
my
back.
hand.
He's hanging on to
I've
your
got
backpack.
sword in one hand.
Yeah.
I'll reach out with my left hand to try to see if I can feel him while saying like, Cleon, what is it? What's going on? What is the pain? Speak to us.
He says, "I'm very badly burned."
Burned. How? Come, like, can I feel him now? Can I grab him and try to drag him back?
Yeah, although you've moved your full movement and you've hauled him and you've done
Okay.
an action to search for him.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone else? They hear this go on. Lauren, you lost sense of him. Does anyone else want to do anything at this point?
I think if not feeling or the feeling the person behind me not there anymore, I would tell the person in front of me that they've detached.
Okay. So you all know that that Duenti and Ashtar are further south of you, gone back in. Riddle?
Gone back in? What do you mean?
Gone back down the stairs.
Ah, I see. Yes.
I'm gonna call back. Ashtar, do you need help getting them up the stairs?
Yes, all the help I can get.
I'm gonna try and get to Ashtar.
Okay.
So just
I'll
Ashtar,
just keep talking to me so I can.
Yeah, I'll just do like a little tap or a little like boop 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 kind of noise.
Okay, you
Not
can
boop, but,
ping it. Okay.
Location.
Now, are you just going quite slowly, Riddle, to take others with you, like with people hanging onto your shoulder or stuff, or are you just moving normally?
Gonna move normally, and I'm gonna say as I go, if Ashtar, I can get one of them back. So if Ashtar is able to get one of them back to us, you guys should be safe here for the moment.
Okay. So, Riddle, if you move your character, I'll tell you when you bump into something.
Because we were just halfway up the stairs, if I remember.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Can you see your own character?
I can see my character and Ashtar and Sir Petrus. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Right. No.
But I'm just gonna
I don't know what's going on.
tapping the ground with spare as I go.
Okay.
Very gently.
Riddle, can you roll a investigation for me?
Absolutely. What could possibly go wrong? Oh God.
Oh, okay. Now, can you roll a another a dice for me? Doesn't matter what.
So any?
Any dice, yeah.
Oh no. Good old fashioned D20. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Nat
So
20?
okay. So can you see yourself on screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going off in this direction, feeling out in front of you. and you get to a point where you actually make contact with the wall, where you think they're all sort of clustered. And as soon as you touch it with your left hand, it flares up, and you take 36 fire damage to your palm as your hand and arm catch fire. You get to roll a dexterity saving throw, though.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, so you take the full 36, and you call out, and you hear Joenti's voice to the south of you. Ashtar, you also hear it as well.
What do you think?
Hearing Riddle cry out in pain, Aloran's going to make way in her direction.
Okay.
Just because,
All right.
is it?
And cradling one hand, I'm assuming I'm close to Cleon.
Yes. You're not. You reach out with Cleon. Okay, so that's you've done your move, taken some damage. It flared up and burnt you. Cleon's nowhere near, or you're calling out for Cleon. You can hear him somewhere to the south, but it's a bit confusing. There's voices around you.
If I can get my hands on them, I can get one of them out of there.
Okay, well, Joenti, you can tell, is right next to you. You're here, and you guys can hear Riddle's voice at this point. And Aloran, I hear you. Can you roll a investigation for me? Okay, so you head straight to the south and manage to keep going to the south, and eventually you make contact with Ashtar and Joenti. Joenti, Ashtar.
And also I'll lean in and just say, how can I help?
Can you can't see either, right?
No.
But I can I reach out and find her?
Yeah, try to reach out.
You've now made contact. You got physical contact with both Joenti and Ashtar.
All right.
Then I would come in closer until such time as I'm next to her, so she can guide me or speak to me in a manner that we can communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're now in a huddle.
So are we trying to make our way back out of this brightness? This is insane. We can't do anything in here.
I
Spell
can't.
myself and one other out. So I was thinking I can take one of whoever seems to be the most.
Whoever's hurt, they need to get out first. 100%.
And then between the two of you, you can take the other back.
If there's someone who can heal them, even better. Take them with them.
I can do both.
Okay.
You can? Yeah.
So
but I mean, Riddle, you just took a whole bunch of damage. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm
I'll
okay.
be fine to get out of here. The faster I get away from this Bernie thing, the happier I'll be.
Take Riddle.
Okay.
So Petrus will try and judge how far away the trio is from him.
Yeah, you. All right, can you roll a perception for me?
Again with advantage. I clicked away too quick. Oh, I rolled terribly.
Okay, you feel they're somewhere between around 50 feet or so.
See. And can I hear them speaking?
Yeah, you can hear them speaking. Like, while there's bright light, there's no sound in here other than the rain around you.
I'll call out, I can heal the wounded. Shall I approach or wait here?
I stay there, Sir Petrus. I can bring the worst off to you.
Very well.
Because I've got a dimension door ready to go.
Ah, I see. Magic.
Okay. If who are you trying to get contact with, Riddle?
I believe Cleon was the one screaming in pain.
Cleon's a little bit further away. You can sort of hear him, but you'll need to move towards him.
Alright. Can I get the others to help guide me if they're all around us at this point?
Yes.
Like, can I do the old hand on face? Nope, not that one.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Not you. Oh, there he is.
Okay, roll your investigation. You can have advantage because the others are guiding you in the right direction.
Hey, not bad.
Oh,
19.
Okay. All right, so you move one to the south towards him. Cleon moves up towards you so that you're right next to each other, but as he does, his left shoulder touches the wall. And he flames on, and you all feel this burning, and it just cuts short. And you hear a thud.
I suggest we use our weapons as a buffer so we don't hit anything.
I can
Touch
grab
things.
Cleon now.
We're all gonna die.
Yes, you can grab Cleon.
Right, I grab Cleon, and if memory serves, I was basically right behind Sir Petrus.
You were, yeah.
So I want a dimension door to that exact spot. I just have to know the spot. If I remember correctly.
You don't have to see the spot?
No.
No.
It's a spot that you know or can visualize.
Yes.
Even if someone has described it to you, or you can just say, I go 200 feet straight up in the air. You know, you can do a coordinates type thing as well. Okay, so you touch Cleon, move him up, and boom, you appear. Your sword is still aflame, and suddenly the sword is actually giving you some light, and Cleon is crispy, completely dead.
I will immediately heal him. He will have only been dead for moments, yes?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then I'll use a simple cure wounds.
Okay. Yep, and that brings him conscious.
Now, who else is injured?
Riddle's taking quite a bit of damage, but that's all we can see right now. I'm just going to shift down to the others. What about you, Solotl? Anything you want to do?
Well, I'm waiting for the party to catch up.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'll just shift down to the others. Duenti, Ashtra, Lauren, you're all with each other. Do you form a...
Yeah, I was going to... looking at what Riddle had done, I can do that too. And grabbing the other two, I would dimension door them to where Sir Petrus was as well.
Now, dimension door, if it's that, I think you can only do that with one other character.
One.
Unless, just check the upcasting. I don't know if that does anything.
Yeah, one willing creature of your size or smaller.
Yeah.
Yes. So, it is an option, or we can just form a trail and make our way back, whichever you prefer.
How many times can you dimension door?
3 plus. Go on.
I can do twice more. But then I definitely need a nap.
Your spell slots come back on a short rest too, which is super helpful. But I'll leave that to, or at least ask Ashtar what she would prefer. I can do this twice.
Ashtar, you made your way down here quite well without falling in any pits or whatnot, but you can tell others not so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we're all regrouping, right?
Yep.
This is the plan. So
looks like it.
I will just try to make my way.
Okay. So,
cool. And then
using my my sword a little bit as like a sweeping
Yeah, okay. So Duenti puts his hand on your left shoulder, Aloran on your right. You hold your sword out to the side. Can you roll a investigation for me?
Oof. That's like one of my worst rolls. Oof. 9.
Okay, and then just roll a d20 or any dice, doesn't really matter. I'm doing an odd even here.
Okay, I'll just do d6 and.
Okay.
Shush. Oh, you guys can't hear him.
Okay, and while you're going off, you do end up meeting up with the rest of the party, but you're sort of 10 feet off in one direction that you thought you were in another. I'll just switch on your vision.
Yeah.
And you come you'll come out of the light and back to the dreary, grim rain, and you can see see the light of.
What do the party members look like? Like, is there any visible wounds and burning, or is it?
Cleon is covered in 3rd-degree burns.
Okay.
Riddle's arm is quite badly charred. Yep.
You're muted.
Is Sir Petrus able to judge how badly wounded the two of them are, i.e., how many hit points they might require?
Yeah. Cleon. Yeah, Cleon's only just had. What's he? I don't know if I forget.
He got 8 or 9 back. Sorry.
Yeah, so all of you are sort of got maxes that are over 100. So he's like 90 down.
Okay, and Riddle?
Only about 30, I think, 30 to 40, I think.
I'm in the low 80s.
Yeah.
So about
Okay.
quarter to a third.
Well, my mystical resources are tapped, but I will use a channel divinity and give 80 hit points to Cleon. Using, I'm just looking for it. Where is it?
No, just remember that ability can only take someone to up to half. It sort of.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
It heals them.
So, I don't know what his hit points are in maximum.
110.
So, if I were to give him 46 hit points, and the other 34 could go to Riddle.
Riddle is already above her half.
Oh, already above half. Yeah. Well, then I have to waste hit points unless someone else is injured below half.
No one's below half.
Okay, I mean, a bit of metagaming, but I think it would be easier if we just leave Cleon behind to lick his wounds.
Yep. Seeing as this stairway only goes up to nothing and then comes down, he would be fine to basically wait on these stairs and catch up with you on the way back down.
All right. Well, in that case, I will use a different feature to rejuvenate some of my spell slots.
Okay.
I'll offer Riddle some healing if they wanted. I've got a healing word spell. It's not particularly wonderful, but it will get some back.
I'll pop out a potion of greater healing. I should be right for the moment, guys, but thank you.
There also will look at the burnt flesh of Cleon and just say, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
So, hang on. 44 plus 4. Seven, so that's plus 11 for me because it's plus 4. That'll do.
Okay.
So are we moving on or resting up here and giving Cleon a chance?
Cleon's more. You guys go on, and I'll wait your return.
Yeah, maybe you can leave the Duente to guard him.
What a good idea.
Yep.
Did as they are.
Okay, so the remaining 5 continue up. Now it's getting quite dark. It's probably beyond nightfall here. Remember, you guys arrived during the day, but you've been doing a lot. The entire a couple of short rests at least, all through the house, as well as quite a bit of exploring here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting to the point where you're starting to get not so much exhausted, but sleepy. But pretty soon you'll actually want to be at risk of getting tired just from not having sleep, let alone rest. You've had plenty of rest. You've probably rested more than you have adventured so far. But it is after nightfall. So while there's a light drizzle again, so Lottle, how are you seeing? Petrus?
Now I see everything within 60 feet. Kind of.
So Petrus also is using a light cantrip.
Okay. So I've got Petrus. So I'm going to switch on your bright light 20 foot, low light 20. So you've got light emanating from you. Riddle, what are you using?
Riddle had the flame tongue.
Flame tongue.
Yep, okay.
I also have my devil's sight.
Oh yeah, there's always that to go back on. And so with the flame tongue, given you're all fairly close to one another, you should all be able to see regardless. And there's obviously dark vision as well. Just wanted to check on that, and I'm going to move us to a new map. You come upstairs, they're 20 feet wide, fairly well intact. And you're on this platform with only one partial wall to the south. All the rest have completely dropped away.
Is there anything, can we hear anything or like smell anything? What's the
There's no more. There's mist below you, at ground level, and you can see the roofs of the buildings are reaching through the mist above, as if they're in a bit of a pool. There's only very light rain here. It seems to, but be far less than it was everywhere else when you're in the main part of the town. You're high above the ground.
Yeah.
And you can see the rest of Elysium blurred by the rain. And there's this endless darkness stretching above you into the sky. Oddly, the looking down at you, looking down towards the rest of the ground beneath you, there are these lines of ghostly webs crisscrossing the prison. You couldn't see them from below, but now you've gone so high up that looking down you can see that there's a webway, a mesh across the whole area, visible only now that you're looking down on them. And in the inky blackness above you, you can see or almost feel some sort of wriggling shape descending from higher up. There are no buildings anywhere.
This is it. This is the point. The platform. Do it.
Riddle's going to quickly take off the thick raincoat, so she's showing off her fur very clearly.
Okay. Um,
I should have mentioned that Sir Petrus will have removed the blindfold.
yes, yep, okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Throttle. Go ahead.
I want to reiterate that I have my weapon out.
Okay.
But is it in violence?
No, but it isn't. I haven't unsheathed it because it's already out.
Ah.
Spiders and Riddle the trickster gods are all about these nuances.
Riddle's doing
So I
the
haven't
same.
unsheathed it, even if I use it in anger now, in violence now. I haven't unsheathed it in that. So we should be fine.
Yeah. And Throttle, sensing that something important is about to happen, he will take out his last squashed rat and chew on it.
Okay.
And Riddle quells the flaming ability of the flame tub.
You switch it off?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, that's done. Hang on. I think it's done. No, it's not. So I'm a bit slow off the mark here. The light goes out. Okay. This wriggling shape descending from above seems formed of black thoughts, a vast creature of lingering animosity. There are 8 legs just hanging pendulously down, but they're spinning their way towards you. You see a bulbous abdomen descending, supporting a tiny, almost like a face, but it's still got that spider-like features. And while there are mandibles, it seems to be gives you discomfort that it seems to be smiling. All of those with dark vision, while normally in dim light you can see, it's almost as if like your dark vision works in complete blackness, so that the shadows encroach. And it hangs, it just, let's see. Whoa.
Ew, spiders.
Okay, here we go. And it's probably about 30 feet above you, and it just, you can't really see the strand of web that it's coming from, but it's like when a spider just drops straight down.
Yeah. Ew.
And it hangs there.
So a question about the 13 minutes rule.
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna keep track of that?
I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want? Is Sir Lottle saying something about
And
it?
thinking, how would our characters know if the 13 minutes mark is approaching?
You won't. I'll tell you when it's up.
Okay. But I guess Throttle will open with a good old divine sense. It's not a spell.
Okay.
Does it have verbal components?
It's an ability, not a spell.
Let's have a look.
I'll put it in chat.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. How's this chat palaver? Okay, you sense an extremely powerful celestial.
Celestial, okay. Do I roll the wisdom save?
You do.
Oof.
Okay.
Should be good. 23.
Okay. And does anyone else want to chime in here?
Conversation is not my strong suit. I will keep my mouth.
Okay.
It's not my strong suit either, but I guess I'll open mine.
Okay.
Hello. You're a visitor here, aren't you? My name is Sorry. How are you called?
I am called by many the spider.
Sir Petrus says loudly, 1.
Groblets to others. Seems to smile and says, "Ah, my delectable little blue bottles," it whispers in a voice that sort of reeks of spices and honey. "You're looking for the girl." But it's not volunteering much other than just waiting for you to prompt. I can't say. Oh yeah, Aloran, you are there.
Yes.
Everyone's all quickly conferring with each other, and there's whispers and things going on.
Yeah.
The spider Groblet
To
seems to
clarify.
be enjoying this.
Yeah, to clarify, so Xeroto, the first question, it was like rhetorical, like, you are a visitor here, aren't you? So we are arguing if it counts or not.
I would say that with these kinds of entities, it certainly would count, and you have to be very careful with what you say. But
Where is the girl, Spider?
It raises its spindly legs, bristling with sort of violet anticipation. And it seems to have this sort of purple energy, not one that you would normally associate with the celestial. "She was asking me many questions, such wonderful questions." And shadows ripple from it up the web and across the webs. "The real question is, how badly do you want to know?"
You have not answered my question.
She said she asked. Groblet says, "True." She said she was looking. She was looking for a temple to something forgotten. And that is where I sent her.
Where did you send her?
I showed her the way to the forgotten temple.
How do we find the forgotten temple?
Well, there are some who know the way. You could ask me nicely. She did.
ask in Celestial.
Oh, only Ashtar speaks, so...
Only Ashtar? You're the celestial talker in the party, it seems.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to think. I'll ask. So in Celestial, I will say, dear spider friend, thank you for allowing us an audience. We ask for your assistance in finding the lost girl that you assisted. How can we find her?
Can you roll a persuasion with advantage? Oh.
Wait, did I? Yeah, 19. Okay.
Yeah. So
I was looking at the wrong one.
An 11 and a 19. Good one. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So Groblets looks down at you and almost looks kindly, like a, motherly or even like a parental sort of look. Very strange to come from a gargantuan angel spider thing. And Groblet says, there are stairways, there are ways behind worlds that join them. An infinite stair. And there are some places where the walls between worlds are weaker. And if you know of these weaker spots, just imagining them can get you there. You have to put aside your intellect, put aside your logic, and just believe.
Thank you for your knowledge and wisdom. Would you... hang on. Let me rephrase that.
He says you can try from here if you like. This is one of those places.
Ah. I will do it like a little bit of a bow. Like not like a deep bow, but just like a little nodding of the head, respect kind of thank you.
Yeah.
And I will turn to the others and basically just restate what that was. So that they have an idea of what's happening.
Okay.
We can
Yep.
come up with ideas of what we want to do.
Groblets turns to you and goes, just think. Imagine it. Imagine that there was a door.
Okay. And once we journey through this door, is the way home the same as the way there?
The stair goes up, the stair goes down. It doesn't twist and turn.
That is
As you travel along it, you may feel, those sensitive to it may feel where there are spots they can leave simply by thinking about leaving in the same way that they got there. It's easier to step off the stair than to find their way there.
Thank you. I think that's one more question, wasn't it? So it's 7 now. Okay. Whew.
What do you get out of this whole situation? Answering questions of strangers who come to you.
There are some who I enjoy company, one way or the other.
And who would not enjoy such pleasant company as yours?
Ones who
Like give harsh, like look, up. Not now, Sir Petrus. Yeah, I'm just basically trying to flatter her without asking a question.
What did you say? What would be?
Her direct question was, and who wouldn't enjoy such company?
Any who displease me, any who allow me to have my way. Any who break the convention.
Have you killed anyone?
Why, of course. Haven't we all?
Sir also look meaningfully at Sir Petrus.
Spider, you speak of the infinite stair and the many ways to pass through the walls between reality. How are we to follow the girl along the stair? What trace can we find of her passage?
Well, that's for you to use your skills in following her trail. You found her way here, I guess. You must have been able to follow her. She was looking to get off to find the forgotten temple. This is a temple to the 13 gods. And Sir Petrus, you can roll an insight there. Same with you. Yeah, Sir Lottel and Sir Petrus both.
Oh my God, these dice are cursed.
Insight 14.
I have a +10 on insight.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Sir Lottel. Yeah, so says she says, the temple was dedicated to the gods of old Elysium, the Elysium from the heavens, the Elysium from the clouds. It was blasted so much more than this, and the spider sort of looks down and gestures with one of its legs across the prison. So much so that each piece of the prison of the temple is it's a plane of its own.
While everyone is, I guess, thinking of the next question and and how it means, just while this is happening, can I just actually close my eyes and try to concentrate and think my way to over here? Just see what happens. Just the whole time I'm just like, let's see if I can do this.
Think your way to where?
Just to the other side of the spider, basically. Just almost like a can. I know that's probably not how it works, but Ashta doesn't.
Okay.
Just while they're doing their thing.
So how are you visualizing getting there? Is it like a teleport, or are you thinking of this stairway or doorways or what? I just need to know what Ashtar's sort of conjuring in her mind to try and get there.
You're muted.
You're muted, yeah.
Oh man.
I was quite, so I knew that it must be. It took a while for me to look.
Right. Okay. So maybe I'm thinking she's just sitting there visualizing, like, because her knowledge of these things is a little bit more like she doesn't really understand. She's taking it almost literally, but her knowledge is of, like, maybe siege warfare and battles and castles and dungeons, and so she's thinking literally of a staircase, like a spiral staircase, but one that as she's going, it kind of gets darker and darker, and sort of she's still there feeling it, but the visual's gone, so she doesn't know where it's leading anymore. And then, like, slowly that comes back, almost like a fade to black, fade back in out kind of thing, in her mind. where
Yeah.
she's trying to basically see herself going up spiral staircase, around, around sort of to this side on the other side of
Okay.
the spider.
Okay. Can you roll a charisma ability check? The DC is your own intelligence.
Okay. So a charisma ability.
Yep. This is your conspiracy theory roll. The lower your intelligence, the easier it is, and the higher your, charisma, the easier it is.
Okay. So it's straight charisma versus. Right. My intelligence is 10, and I rolled 10.
Okay. All right. So you manage. Okay. So what happens is you think that something is starting to materialize before you, like a doorway.
Yeah.
It's not. You need to. You think that you'll actually need to keep thinking more deeply about this more and more.
Okay. But yeah, it's just kind of like as a side where she's trying it.
Okay.
Sir Petrus frowns. Does he perceive this doorway appearing?
No.
And is there anything visible in
You can see.
Ashtar's behaviour?
Yeah. So she's clearly thinking deeply about things.
It's unusual, I know.
Yeah. Okay. The spider.
Ashtar, I would remind you not to break the Amber Convention. Do not leave the platform.
Yes, but I would. Not that you would know what I was doing, but I look at him. Breaking my concentration! Yeah. I mean, in her mind, she doesn't leave the platform because she's building a stairway from the platform back down to the platform. It's all one thing, right? But that's, that's just in her mind anyway, right?
Mm.
Riddle's gonna pipe up. How many more questions do we have?
That doesn't count because she didn't ask the spider.
I'm asking everyone.
Yeah. The spider calls down to you and says, well, by my count, 2. But time's up. And she reaches around and snips the cord and drops down amongst you. Can everyone roll initiative?
Yes.
I mean, the next question I wanted to ask is, how many have you killed, and how would you like to die?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, maybe you can rattle those off in.
I need to.
Now it's 10:30. Shall we get everyone's initiative in and then take 10 minutes and then come back?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I roll with advantage on initiative.
Okay.
And I don't know if Ashtar and Sir Petrus are within 10 feet. You get +5 to initiative.
Thank you.
Do we just manually change that in the turn order?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You can just change your number if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump in. Okay, and I'm back in business. I see Kitty and Rusty are still muted, maybe not there. Sharon and Riddle, are you about?
Yeah, sure am.
Okay.
Back to.
Okay, cool. All right. It's action stations. Crikey. We have initiative. The spider. Well, it's gone to its act. Obviously, it's a bit slower off the mark than all of you lot. It's huge and lumbering, but clearly is looking aggressive. Switch to here. All right. So Sir Petrus. It goes Sir Petrus and Riddle, then Ashtar, Salotl, Aloran, and then the spider. The 3 that I've got in there is just to show altitude. It's in groups of 10, so the spider's 30 feet off the ground at this stage. So Petrus, what do you want to do?
I thought you said the spider cut
the
cord and dropped to the platform.
It's going to. But it's going to do that on 5. It can't sort of do something for free and get a surprise round. So.
I see. That changes slightly. I think I will use banishment.
Okay. Banishment.
It's in the...
I can see it there, yes.
Yep. Hang on 1 second. I'm being told I have to let the dog out.
Okay, I was about to launch into
by the dog.
Into song then. All right. Okay, I'm going to...
All right, I'm back.
Check a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. When I roll 2d20s for advantage, it always adds them together, so don't be worried. It's just 2 d20s.
Okay.
I'll roll them one at a time. That's a 6 and a 9. And what's my score I'm looking for?
18.
18. Okay.
Yep, so that's it. End of combat.
Happy days. Okay, the spider is not vanished by it.
Oh.
Yes.
As a bonus action, okay. Actually, no, I can't do a bonus action. I've already done a spell. I think that's me for the round.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any movement?
No, I don't see any point to move.
Yeah, okay. Okay. In that case, Riddle, you're next.
Ashtar?
Yeah, Ashtar's 22, but I don't know why it's...
I see. They're a bit mixed around. Okay. Probably just when I sorted it, one still came.
You probably sorted it before I had adjusted for the +5.
Ah, yeah, that's it. Okay, Ashtar.
Okay, so... well out of reach still, huh, for any actual...
For melee, yes.
Mm-hmm. And... it would take an action to swap to like pull out the javelin.
No, you can. If you drop your sword, you can pull out a javelin. You can pull out a javelin as a free action.
But can I have the sword in one hand, the javelin in the other? Because you only need one hand to throw the javelin.
Yes, that's right. You can swap the two-handed sword just to one hand, just so that you're holding it, and then as your free action, just pull out a javelin and throw it.
Right. Well, I'm going to throw my javelin of lightning.
Oh, nice one. Okay. Javelin of lightning. Is it a roll to hit, or does it turn into a lightning bolt? You'll have to.
It is roll to hit. I can link it into the thing.
Okay.
Yep, did that. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh well, that rolled, but I was trying to put the actual thing in. But let me do this again. Display. There we go. So. 23 to hit.
23. 23 misses.
Whoa.
It clangs into it and bounces off these very thick plates of carapace.
I assume that we've already breached the rules by being here too long, so you guys can all unsheath things. But technically, I want to point out that you don't unsheath a javelin either, so I haven't breached the rules. So I missed. Damn.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I guess I just pull my sword back out and just kind of swear under my breath.
Okay.
Look a bit embarrassed.
All right.
And think I'm just better at swords. I don't know about this throwing stuff.
Hang on, I'm just looking at Javelin of Lightning. This javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak its word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, 5 feet wide, that it goes 120 feet. Each creature... Yeah, each
because that's the extra thing.
Each
Right.
creature in the line, excluding you and the target.
Yeah, the target is affected by the 2-hit roll, but anyone else in that line has to make a save.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, so it like
It
trails.
means you can do damage to multiple foes in front of you if you target the one behind them.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right, no worries. Do you have a non-magical javelin? You get 2 attacks. If you want to throw another javelin, you can.
I think I've only got the one javelin. I would have to pull out my bow and all that.
Oh, I see.
business.
Yeah, okay.
Else.
All
So
right.
yeah, so that's me.
Riddle.
But I'm just
Yeah,
myself
but
ready.
the target also takes the lightning damage. It's the last sentence of the second paragraph.
Yeah, okay. So you still make a hit. Yeah, okay. I didn't read far enough. Riddle.
On a hit.
Wait, what? No,
Is it within 150 feet?
It is.
I'm gonna pull out my 8th level spell and use Feeble Mind.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice one.
Nice.
Okay. What's
Hang on, I'll see if I
What's
can.
that requiring?
Pop up. There we go. No, it didn't show it. Intelligence save DC 19. If you blast a creature that you can see within range, attempt to shatter its intellect personality. Target takes 4d6, which I think I rolled there, psychic damage, and must make the intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma score becomes 1. The creature can't cast spells, activate magics, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. It can make a saving throw every 30 days.
Okay.
After
All right.
this one.
So we have an intelligence saving throw, which it passes. Is there anything on a pass?
It just takes the 4d6 is the way I understand it.
Yeah, okay. And how much damage?
12.
12. Okay, I do the 12 damage. You'll see the bar moving a little. Anything else, Riddle?
Sorry.
No bonus action spells, so...
Just lighting up my sword is a bonus action if I remember correctly. The flame tongue aspect.
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
Yep,
we'll
I'll
assume you
use my
do that.
Yeah. Use my bonus action to speak the command word.
Okay. Celotl.
I will cast Booming Blade and hold it so the spider is within reach to unleash it.
Nice. Okay, and you'll get an attack if it gets within range. Yep.
Yep.
Aloran, time to shine.
Oh no, sorry. I don't have Booming Blade. I was thinking of a completely different character.
Oh, okay.
I would just hold attack.
Okay, so ready and act. You've got whatever it is, your sword in your hand, your shield up, and you're readying an attack. Actually, go through. Yep. Aloran.
Having seen Riddle cast a spell with a verbal component, I'm gonna assume that we're okay, or at least she wasn't smited out of existence. So, he's going to cast Hold Monster.
Oh, okay. This DC, okay, it passes its save. I'm interested in any effect on a save. Does that do anything? Sometimes they do, these spells.
No.
Okay, all right.
Each of the turns target can make another. No.
Okay. It seems as if it's resistant to to spells, so you can tell that some of this magic's just sort of flowing off it. Any other action or movement, Aloran?
Yeah, I'll frustratingly kind of I'll send Zalafel a inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, the spider descends, shimmying down the rope, but seeing Celotl standing there with his sword and his shield, it stays 10 feet away from him, or 15 feet away from him, so outside of his melee range, which means it can't bite you. The bite is right, is much shorter range, and all it does is pull back one leg. Let's see. and it looks at you, and then you see its mandibles moving, and you hear this sort of whisper in your mind, and it uses an ability called Careless Whisper on you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
21.
Okay, you pass.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah.
I think I have something for when I save.
Okay, it's not a spell. If it's a spell thing, it's just a innate ability.
Whenever you're a creature you can see within 30 feet succeeds on saving throw, you can use a reaction to do 2d8 plus your charisma modifier falls to the creature that forced the save. It
All right,
doesn't
you can definitely do that.
Yeah, so 10 damage to it.
All right, you say, "Not today, spider," and then it stabs out at you with a stabbing leg. Hitting armor class 21.
24.
21 misses. It
Mhm.
stabs with another one. Hitting armor class 33.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Doing 22 damage.
Oh, I can take that.
It decides on descending lower and comes directly above you, Celotl, such that you are within its reach.
Okay, so
That
is
it's
it
going to
within my reach?
within your reach, which means it triggers your reaction attack.
Okay. Ooh, not one.
Oh no. Okay. It attacks you then with a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, missing.
Yep.
And Sir Petrus, it's your turn. It's now within range of you, melee range.
Excellent. I will first up strike at it with my mace.
Okay.
Though with those numbers, I dare say I don't hit.
You don't.
No. I will then call on the power of She Who Separates to conjure my spiritual weapon above the spider.
Okay.
That does no good either, I guess. A 12 is not going to hit.
No, it doesn't. But still.
And looking at where I'm positioned, if the spider were to suddenly fall, would it crush me?
No, the bulk of it, it might get hit by a leg or something like that, but you're
Well,
right.
then, yeah, I'll stay put.
Okay. Ashtar.
Thank you. I'm done.
Oh, hang on.
Right.
Just before that, Sir Petrus has a go. Let's see. It's going to do a legendary action, and again tries to bite Celotl.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Missing again.
Mm-hmm.
Ashtar, back to you.
Okay, Ashtar, with her shiny new blade,
Oh yeah.
making sure it is on the Magician's Gate side, ready to go.
Okay.
She takes a mighty swing with okay, so for the purposes of D&D Beyond, I've just added as a greatsword +2.
Yep.
So we'll just have to do the radiant damage.
Okay. You find that the radiant does nothing to it. It's
So it doesn't matter anyway.
it doesn't matter anyway for this point.
Right, well I will just roll this then to hit.
Okay.
And
Armor class 29.
29.
Armor class 29 hits.
If it was 18 to 20, it would have been a critical though.
Oh, nice one.
So, I've got let's do this. But let me double check that. Yeah. Okay. So that does 7 for the first one.
What?
And I
2d6.
get. Sorry.
It doesn't do 14. Or what's the 14 for?
Oh, where did it roll that?
I'm just looking at it in Roll20 in the chat.
Oh.
Or is that some complex thing of your own?
It's a great sword, so 2d6 damage
Oh,
plus your strength.
it's
plus 2.
yeah, that's because it's plus. Hang on, where's the roll?
Your own strength plus the greatsword plus 2. I think it's 14 from the looks of it.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, 14. Sorry.
Okay, all right. So
I was D&D Beyond and doing maths in my head terribly and missing it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you've done 14 damage with the first hit, but surely there's more in you.
That's right. So I swing again. Whap whap whap.
Ha!
I'm gonna do 3. So,
3 attacks around. Oh yeah, fighter.
Yeah. 3
All right.
around now.
Here it comes. I've got my
So-
eye on the chat.
So that is a critical.
Oh crikey!
And on a critical, I can choose to also where is it? What's it called?
This is an orky thing.
I'm just trying to see where I was reading it just a second ago. When you roll a critical, when you score a critical hit, roll one of the weapon's dice an additional time and add it to the damage. So I'll do the damage roll.
That's just 1d6.
Oh, wrong sword.
That's it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
not
it's
this one.
1d6.
Sorry, I just rolled the wrong one. Right. And then I do just a d6 to add to it.
Yep. That's brutal critical, I think.
So
No, that's
yeah.
Orc's thing, savage attacks.
Ah, is it right? Okay,
yes,
so
sorry. That's it's from the orc thing.
so 16.
Yep.
Okay, attack number 3.
And then we go again. Oof. Okay. Bit tired on that one.
Okay, and that one misses. Ching.
Yeah.
It's almost as if this is made the chitinous armor is like iron metal-y stuff, star metal.
Yeah.
It's made of stars. This spider. Is that you, Ashtar? If
Can I also
do you have do you have great weapon fighting? Because you've got a crit.
Yeah.
That's all. Because if you do a crit,
Yeah.
you can attack with a bonus action.
there's so many things.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. I can't see where that's written, but it's just I can do another attack. But before I do that one,
Yep.
can I do as part of my when I do a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die. This is for my maneuvers.
Oh yeah, sure.
I add the damage. Hang on. So I add the damage total to the damage roll,
Yeah.
and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failure, is frightened until the end of your next.
Crikey.
So,
It passes
So-
the wisdom save, but you get to roll an extra dice, an extra
Yep,
superiority
so-
dice of damage.
which is a d6.
Okay.
So, man.
Oh no.
Oh well.
1. Okay.
But I also do again. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's more
Yeah.
because I have slasher, which means when you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage.
Yes.
Covered up by the thing. Sorry. You grievously wound it.
Okay.
At the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Oh, nice one.
And
Until when?
I think it's just, I guess, next one. I'll put it in the chat.
That's all right. Until the start of your next turn. Okay.
Yep. And it also reduces the speed of the target by 10 foot until the
Nice.
start of my next turn.
Nice.
Because that's another one of that's the other thing with Slasher.
Cool.
And now I'll do my bonus action attack.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, it still hasn't done the wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it did it
Yeah, it does.
before I figured out the damage. Yeah.
16 plus whatever.
So, let's do
Yep.
this one more time.
One more time. Class 28. Hits.
Yeah.
Another
Sweet.
16 damage.
16, yep.
Okay. And is that your turn?
That is my turn now.
Okay. It's going to try and bite you, Ashtar.
Okay.
Oh, we have a crit and a 19. Which is going to be... What's its bite? Oh, okay. Plus... Okay, it hits and does 24 damage.
24?
Yep.
Okay.
That's with disadvantage. So you didn't have to take double dice. 12d6. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Now Riddle.
First, I want to use my movement and get to back here if I can.
Okay. Back
And
away.
then I want to use cast Crown of Stars, and then use a bonus action to cast one of the motes.
To throw one. Okay. You rolled a hit. Do you hit armor class 22?
Yeah, 22.
Armor class 22 misses.
Misses?
Yeah.
Still got 6 left.
Okay. And then, in which case we then move on to Solotl.
Okay, I mean, Throttle, I think he always wanted to know how stars taste, so he will use his Hunger Joe's ability and take a bite.
Okay.
So that's as a bonus action.
Okay.
19, I guess not.
19 misses.
Okay, so for the action, I'll cast the Toll of the Dead. So that's a Wisdom saving throw, I think. This.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw to Toll the Dead. Right. I have to keep moving things around on screen here. What's it save? What's it looking for?
Wisdom.
Yeah, but what's the roll? What's the target?
Oh, my DC. 17.
Okay, no, it's going to pass that. Toll the Dead, unfortunately.
Nothing, okay. So that does nothing then. Okay.
Okay, so you've bitten, you've now done Toll the Dead as your action.
I bit as a bonus action, so for an act, well, not action, but for movement, I would like to move out of from underneath it, but not
Sure.
out of its range.
Okay. Alright, and then it attacks you, Ashtar, tries to bite you again. Hitting armor class with disadvantage, armor class 30. I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, and does 40 damage with a bite.
Oh.
40.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen to be radiant damage, does it?
Ooh.
Because I have.
Let me check. Let me check. It is. So you take 20 damage.
Oh, that would have been halved last time too.
It
Then
would have. If it would have. I can scroll back a little bit, or you can scroll back and adjust it yourself.
okay. Let's have a look. What that was.
And while you're doing that, that Salot will have their turn. Lauren, you've been waiting a long time. Finally.
I'm going to go invisible.
Okay.
As part of a feat. And
is that an action?
It's not.
Okay.
It's an ability. Don't know. Unless I'm reading this wrong. Let me just. It says, you can cast each of these without expending a spell slot, recharging on a long rest.
Okay.
So
you are still.
Do I still use an action?
Yeah, you're still casting it. So it's whatever the thing you're casting, whether it's a bonus or a regular action. So you're still.
Right. That's okay. I'll
Do you still want to do it?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna just back away, give some space to some
Okay.
people. I'm going to shoot a my hand crossbow at it.
Okay.
Won't hit.
Armor class 22 is a miss.
So again, humming in frustration, but I'll send a bardic inspiration over to Riddle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Riddle.
Thank you.
Put a dot or something on you to show the inspiration.
So that's 2 out. Yeah, one was the last one with Riddle.
Yeah. Okay, now the spider, it's finding Serlotl very hard to hit. Ashtar very immune. Sir Petrus. It turns its gaze upon you, Sir Petrus. You feel it whispering in your ear. Stand still so that I may devour thee. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Hey, do I still have bardic inspiration from before? How long does it
I
last?
took a long rest.
29.
All right. Okay.
20.
You can have only one at a time.
You ignore the thing, and so it just comes over to you and tries to bite.
Just a second. Vigilant rebuke.
Ooh.
So because he saved, I can deal whole 5 damage to it.
Nice.
Okay. It's force, isn't it? I thought I read that.
4
it
damage,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, because I keep forgetting, if you're within 10 feet of Serlotl, you get +4 to all saves.
Oh yeah, he is within 10 feet of you. Okay, and then the spider comes in and attacks you, Sir Petrus, firstly with a bite. Missing.
Nice.
Armor class 1. Then, with 2 stabbing legs, both hitting armor class 35.
Yes, that is a hit.
Yeah. Okay. The first one does 23 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one does 20. And
Superb.
and you're very close to it. You can see that some of its injuries that it has sustained up to now are starting to heal.
Even better.
I believe that's it gone. It's had a bite with a 1, 2 stabbing leg attacks which hit. You've careless whispered it and threw that off. Okay, that's its turn. Just checking. Okay, sorry about that. So Petrus, it's your turn.
Is the spider still dangling from a thread?
It looks like it is, but you can't see any thread. Although if you could, probably you wouldn't see it anyway because you're sort of right under it. But it looks like it's hanging. But it's supernatural in that it's maybe it's flying and it just moves around as if it's on a web.
Okay.
Its legs seem to be standing on things.
Right. So, by my judgment, there is little point in attacking the point from which it theoretically might be suspended because something else is going on.
It looks like it's somehow walking on the air, but
okay.
When it came down,
in that case,
it was as if it was coming down on a single thread that you couldn't see.
All right. I'll just use my spiritual weapon to strike at the body of the spider.
Okay, roll to hit.
Where is it? Oh, not with those rolls.
Oh, no. Clang.
Yep. Okay.
Your action.
And then I will move a short way down the stairs. Not far. Does that put me out of its range? Out of its reach?
No, it doesn't.
How about there?
No.
How about there?
What I'll do is I'll show you its reach. Can you see that?
No.
Oh, maybe I haven't got that switched on for you guys. There we go.
I see. Right, well, that's as far as I'll go then. I can't go further without losing distance to my party members, and I will cast Bless at level 3.
Nice.
In order that all 5 of us can receive the benefit.
Okay. Everyone has Bless. You might want to put a token of some sort on yourself. Ashtar.
Okay.
Oh, at the end of Sir Petrus, your turn. The spider will try and bite Sir Lotto at disadvantage. Missing with a 2. Ashtar. You might be muted. You are.
I see. I keep forgetting.
That's all right.
So, I'm just basically gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna swing, swing, swing.
Okay.
Re-attack. Right.
Don't forget your bonus D4.
Oh, bonus D4?
Another crit.
Oh, another crit.
Yeah. Oh, actually, did that automatically roll an extra dice for that?
It won't have added your slasher in, or it might have. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can see slashing, critical damage, and savage attacks, critical damage is 5. Let's put that in there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. You're like 4 nuts 20
So-
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is, well, I mean, this is actually because I crit on 18, 19, or 20 for my attacks.
Oh,
So these are not all 20s in this one. I only actually had 2 official nat 20s. But this is a critical attack because I put everything into getting those bonuses.
okay.
So yeah, that's the first one does, what was the total, 15?
I know. I think you add your critical damage on top of
and
that.
the critical.
Yes, 26.
26. Nice one.
26 for that one, and then the next one.
Big slash.
I don't think this one hits though.
Another 26 to hit. You hit armor class 26. That's a hit.
It is. It
Yep.
is. Okay. So that's its class.
Thirteen damage.
So that's done 13.
Yep.
and then another one. Go again. And because I got a crit, I can
Oh,
do a
Yep,
bonus
gotcha.
action as
that's true.
one more attack.
Yes.
As a
So your
bonus
third
action.
attack misses, but you've still got one up your sleeve for the bonus action because you're just
will
going
miss as well.
berserk.
Yeah.
Armor class 20 misses, unfortunately.
No, she's got a D4 to add to that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah. But still, that would miss at 24, wouldn't it? Is that what it is?
Give it a crack and see.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Doesn't
what
look
numbers
badly.
you've... 21's a miss in any case.
Yeah,
That's
so
no good.
Pretty sure 26 is its armor class, though, right? So anyway, yeah, but as a result, it also has disadvantage for this whole round again because it's a critical hit. So the slasher affects it.
Horrendous.
So it's got so it's also got speed reduced by 10 feet and disadvantage on all attack rolls until my next turn.
Nice. All right, so you're chopping its nerves or something, and
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, it's going to bite at Solotl again because that's what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting armor class 30.
Yeah, that will hit.
And doing 29 damage to you, Solotl.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Riddle's turn.
I really hope this hits because that regeneration is going to be annoying.
Believe in you.
23, and do I get +4 for bless? Was
Yeah.
it?
Plus
A
four.
D4.
Plus D4.
It's my D4. 24.
Miss. You miss. You miss.
And I use my
don't you have
inspiration.
Yeah.
That was a D12.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. You hit.
29.
Yay!
Yay! I mean, the damage is nice, but the main reason I want to say that's 17 necrotic damage. And it can't regenerate hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. What spell was it?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay, the chill touch doesn't seem to do any damage to it. Doesn't heal it, but it's just shrugs it off.
So preventing the heal is huge.
Anything else, Riddle?
And of course I'll throw one of my motes
Yes. Okay. Roll to hit.
for my bonus action. 18.
18's a miss. And then it bites you at the end of that turn, Solotl. At disadvantage. A 5 and a 3. All right. So
Nice.
it's chomping away at your shield. And it's your turn, Solotl. Retribution.
Oh yeah. So I don't really have anything, so swing.
Okay. Armor class
25 to hit.
Armor class 25 is a hit.
Nice. It's 4 slashing, 7 radiant.
Okay, it seems to not take the radiant. Just make sure that it's...
Punch.
Yeah.
And I'll take another swing. Oh, there are all damage by accident. 20 to hit.
20 is a miss.
Did I hit?
Might be a hit
I
with a
didn't.
D4.
Oh, yeah.
D4 for bless.
Oh yeah, D4. 23.
No, 23 is a miss.
Oh.
And I don't remember. Did I have inspiration or not?
Yes, you do.
Okay, then I'll roll.
Last time I knew.
Yep.
That's 28. That should hit.
All right. Good on you, Lauren. That just turned a hit from a paladin.
Yeah, so I hit rolled some damage earlier. Another 4 slashing.
Yeah, I got the four slashing.
And for bonus action, I would try to solve it with my shield.
To what? Sorry.
The shield master's shield shelf.
Smash it.
Just a second, I'll find it.
And after that, Aloran, it'll be you up next.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think that's contested strength.
Oh, to try and shove it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make it prone.
Okay. Okay, you knock it, and while it's hanging there, it's off balance enough that it's effectively prone.
Nice.
So you might spin it around on its web, and it's spinning, so it's a bit easier to hit.
Mm-hmm. So, if I'm not mistaken, all melee attacks are with advantage, but all range attacks are with disadvantage.
Yes.
Guys, it's a pinata.
Yeah, it's a pinata now. Okay, so no other attacks, Solotl?
No, I'm all tapped out.
Okay. It tries to bite you. Retribution for that. Hitting armor class 23 to miss.
Miss.
All right. Aloran.
I'm going to. I haven't had much luck with magic so far. Actually, I haven't had much luck with much, but I'm going to. You just did send a vicious mockery, just an overgrown, and that's a wisdom 17 save.
Okay. All right. It saves against it, and you'll all notice that no spell has landed on it yet. The motes has damaged it, I think, from Riddle's Crown of Stars.
Yep.
But I don't think any other spell has damaged it so far. Riddle, you've landed a Toll of Dead, I think it was, or Chill Touch. Chill Touch. But it, like the regeneration that you're seeing this thing do, while it always happens at a specific point in the turn, it's not like a big pulse. That's when we apply it, but you would see wounds gradually growing back together and all that palaver. And you can see from your distance and where your Chill Touch hit it, wounds are still growing back together. For some reason, the Chill Touch hasn't, switched off its healing abilities, even though you would probably think, based on the spell that you used, it should.
And I'll send another bardic inspiration over to Ashtar.
Nice one. Now you said you're feeling. So Ashtar, where are you? Over there.
Well,
Over here.
What are we using for bardic inspiration? What coloured dot or something?
What are we using?
Well, Riddle used a red one, so
Oh, I feel like that's so negative seeming though. Can I use purple?
of course you can. You
Aw.
can use. It's your inspiration. You can use
Boom.
whatever one you want.
Get rid of that red. All right.
Yeah, I want the pretty colour.
All right. You're inspired. And Eloran, you're saying you haven't done much. This inspiration is causing other people who would otherwise miss to hit.
Yeah.
He's,
That's
Bard's
Bard's.
fight with a new group, and, a little bit of performance issues, but go team.
Hard to tune the loot mid combat too.
Yeah.
Like that's an impressive thing.
Yeah. All right. This combat is to an impressive riff in the background. Okay, so in the background, I just went New Zealand for a second. Okay, the spider has a go. Crikey. Oh, end of Valoran's turn. It's going to get a bite onto Solotl.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to land. A
You
bite.
don't know.
I do! It does 31 damage to you, Solotl.
Sure. 31.
I'm watching your health bar. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. When I see them chonk down. Okay. It's still got disadvantage because Ashtar's busy hacking her way through it. Even so, it's going to turn its gaze on... Let me see. It's going to turn its gaze on you, Ashtar, and whisper in your ear. Careless whisper. You hear this saxophone going. Can you roll a saving throw? Wisdom.
With 1d4 bless.
With 1d4 bless. DC 21. Dun, 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 dun. Ashtar. Are you muted? I can't tell.
Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry, hold on. It's just
Ooh.
so, and then it was a D4, wasn't it?
D4, yes. You got a 15 so far. I don't think you can make it.
But I can use Indomitable to re-roll a saving throw that I fail.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I have to use the new roll, but it doesn't matter because I fail anyway, right?
Yes.
So I'll re-roll that wisdom.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
Now, do I use the same? Yeah, oh, damn, that's worse. Okay. Well then. Sorry, guys, my brain's going to glaze over.
okay, so you see Ashtar listening to something in the distance. Something extremely perplexing, and she just goes slack-jawed and becomes paralysed. If we look that up, I can... There'll be a chain here. Can't move, speak, automatically fails strength and dex save. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Any attack that hits you is a crit if they're within 5 feet of you. Alright, so it's paralysed you, so now it's going to come and bite. It's got disadvantage. But now it's got advantage because you're paralysed, so it's a straight roll. The bite comes in.
Yep.
Hitting armor class 27.
And it... Oh, 27 does hit. Yeah.
Okay, and it does 52 damage. You are...
Is that
You are...
radiant?
Yeah, it's radiant, so you take 26.
Sweet. Okay. Well, not sweet. Sucks, but you know. Whoa.
It attacks you with a stabbing, scything thing, hitting armor class 24.
Yeah, it's...
Doing 13, so you only take 6 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 23, so you take 11 damage. I'm just rolling the raw 3d6.
Sorry, so what was that? That last one wasn't a 6, it was
It was a 23, it was an 11.
11. Okay.
And the third attack is a natural 1.
That's good.
And you are missed. Clangs off your armor or something. It's just in too much of a frenzy.
Yeah, cool.
And it's almost at full hit points. Sir Petrus, you're watching around you. You see Sir Lottle's but well below half. Ashtar's well below half. The other two spellslingers are sort of well back and safe, but
We need to think our way out.
I will move across to Ashtar and cast Lesser Restoration.
okay. Removing paralysis, I presume.
Correct. Yep.
Nice. She snaps out of it.
I will then use my spiritual weapon to strike the spider.
Okay, roll to hit.
He said optimistically.
Yeah.
Okay, will a 24 hit? Is it worth rolling a d4?
24 misses.
Okay, well, I only got 22 anyway. Do I still have advantage? Is it still prone?
It should be, unless it goes up.
Oh, it's had a turn, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, so it's no longer prone.
Yeah. All right, and so that's movement, that's an action and a bonus action. So I have completed my turn.
Okay. And Ashtar, you're no longer paralysed, and Ashtar, it's your turn. Just in time.
But it's not looking like it's damaged very much, right?
No. You're landing a few solid blows, you know.
Yeah, but it's just not really like it's doesn't feel like a fight that I'm winning.
No, you.
Petrus is musing as to whether this is in fact a test or some sort of false conjuration of the gods.
Or perhaps
Looking at it physiologically, Ashtar, you're seeing it up really close. It's probably healing in about 2 of your sword blows.
Yeah.
As fast as you can land them.
That's what I was thinking. It's
often you're attacking sort of 4 times, but it's about that.
Yeah.
That's 2 of them heal up by the time you get another go.
Yeah. I feel like maybe this is not a fight we can win this way. Perhaps we I will say to the group while, I'll just say like maybe we need to escape this situation rather than continue. But I will swing while saying that.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Because unless I hear from others,
yeah,
I may as well make those swings. Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh,
nice.
Which means it will have disadvantage for another round, guys.
Yeah, nice. This is this is good.
And takes 27 damage for that first attack. And the second one is
a hit.
Yep, that hits. Okay, cool. And so that's an extra 14.
Okay, a huge hit followed up with another successful one.
Right, and then the third is a 25 to hit and another 16 damage.
Yep. So that's 3 hits now, and you get your bonus one too because
and I get the
crit.
bonus action. It's a crit. Yep. So, while I suggest we move out, I also am smashing this thing as much as I can.
You still have a D4.
Yeah, I've got a bless, so I'll see if I can get that one up to be. And that's an extra 2.
Oh, nice.
So that becomes, 24?
That's still a miss.
Yeah, I think 25 is the
number.
Yeah, okay.
Riddle.
Well, that last one misses, but don't know what you guys want to do.
Well, I'm gonna move close to the stairs, getting ready, just out there, getting ready to run, but at the same time I'm frustrated now. I'm gonna throw off 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Something will land.
Something has to. 24.
Less will give you a 25.
So it hits.
Hits. That is. Roll. 12 points of force damage. Second one, 24. Do I get bless every attack roll?
You do, yeah.
Yep, each one,
Okay,
yep.
So that would be another hit again?
Yes.
Uh, 13 and
Wow.
damage, and yeah, even with my +4, I don't think that's gonna hit.
No.
So 25 if it's taking damage, force damage.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will throw off another, for my bonus action, another mote from my Crown of Stars. I believe this
Okay.
is the third one.
Yeah.
26 to hit.
26 hits. What damage does that do? What type of damage?
Radiant.
Ooh.
4d12, so 14 damage.
Doesn't do any damage. No radiant affects it.
Radiant doesn't affect it.
Did the Eldritch Blast seem to do anything?
They did.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast of Force, right?
It's force, yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that I've already checked that. Yeah. Yeah, so these motes are not damaging it. Solotl. Oh no, hang on. It bites Sir Petrus.
Okay.
We're at disadvantage.
How dare you?
Hitting armor class 23.
That is not... it is in fact exactly my armor class.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Fantastic.
All right. It does 26 damage.
Noted.
Does that do anything to the bless?
Well, I would need to make a concentration check.
Okay. I guess that's what I'm meaning. Is it concentration? Yep.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so you're looking
So it's a constitution save.
Yeah, looking for a 13, I think.
Done.
No problem. All right. Masterfully done. Solotl, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, first I'll move up to Archers and Petrus, if I can kind of between them to give them both all the bonuses. And I will use my Channel Divinity to... what is it? It's called Watcher's Will.
Holy moly, wall of text.
Yeah, only half of it applies the top half. Watcher's Will, you can use your Channel Divinity to invest your presence with the warding power of your faith. As an action, you can choose a number of creatures you can see within 30 feet, blah blah blah, number up to your Charisma modifier, which is +4, I think, or so it should be okay.
Okay.
For 1 minute, you and the chosen creatures have advantage on Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma saving throws.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to use the other one, the Abjure, the extra planar?
As soon as it saves or it takes damage, it ends it, so it's pointless.
Okay.
Okay, so all of you are now feeling fortified, and with Wisdom, Charisma, and Intelligence saves, you're going to get advantage, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's it. Got nothing else.
It's going to try and bite Sir Petrus again at disadvantage because of the slash.
Foul beast.
And misses with a 20.
Disadvantage because Ashtar
Yes.
keeps hitting.
Aloran, up the back in the gallery there.
He's going to look around at the group and ascertain whether we're going to run or whether we're going to stay and fight. He moves a little closer to kind of jump down onto the stairs if that's what the group decide to do. But in the meantime, he is going to send a firebolt. Something has to work eventually.
Okay.
Which doesn't work.
Misses.
And
You've still got bless. Oh, but you need a 25, sorry.
For 5, yeah, it won't work. So, good idea though. And my last bardic inspiration goes to Sir Petrus.
Thank you. I'm not sure what I'll do with it, though.
Yeah, but he wouldn't know that. So we'll go with what he knows so far.
So what was that? Laura, no. So I got the firebolt.
Sorry, the firebolt missed him, and he sent a bardic inspiration to Sir Petrus.
Ah, so okay. So you're somehow inspiring him on to greatness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bolstering his "you can heal everybody and you know it"
Yeah.
vibe.
You got this. Okay. The spider goes. Heals up some damage, and then it starts to mutter some infernal words.
Seem to be an incantation.
Yeah.
Can I please counterspell?
Yes.
Nice.
Can you roll to see what you would counter? What you would counter with it? Roll your d20.
Cast it 5th level, it says there.
So that would
It's
automatically.
cast at 5th level, yeah.
Okay, so it would automatically dispel a 5th level spell.
Yes.
But if the spell is higher than it, what happens?
You still roll the d20, and she's rolled a 12, which means that would be level 7, yeah?
Plus spell level. So that would be up to...
Because you've casted a 5th level, so
Yes.
plus 2, 7. Okay, so the spell is an 8th level spell that it just cast.
Oh, so close.
And everything goes black. Magical darkness spreads from a point at the spinnerets of this thing, and then swells out, filling a hole. You don't know how big, because it goes beyond. The darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision cannot even see through this darkness.
My devil's sight includes...
Yeah, devil's sight.
Oh, we know all about that. Non-magical light, as well as light created by any spell of 8th level or lower, can't illuminate it. And for this purpose, it would mean your sword. However, Riddle, you don't give a rat's ass about that because you love the darkness. And you can see this creature. And you see it. I'll just describe it. Everyone, you can see it later on. It sort of walks, scuttle, over to the lip of this thing, and then scuttles over the top. And everyone else is just fumbling around in the dark, looking around, holding their swords out as if, what's coming? Where is it? And it goes creep, and then creeps sort of over the edge and out of your sight and drops down lower, or crawls lower, and you lose sight of it.
I'm gonna yell out, "The bastard ran away!"
Over my dead body.
And
We were just hitting it too hard.
and you're not sure, what happens then. Let's see. Now, what's its movement rate, Ashtar? -10?
Yeah, -10.
Okay.
Be not so hasty, Zalotl.
Okay.
Perhaps this is the will of the gods.
A few moments later, this inky blackness, Riddle, you just see sort of drop away, and of course everyone else's vision comes back to normal, and you're all standing there on this platform in silence once again.
I will use Channel Divinity to divide hit points between Ashtar and Sir Lottle. 40 apiece.
Ashtar's probably above half.
Oh, is she?
Oddly, yeah, she is.
Oh, I can't. For me, the icon is very small. I can't make a judgment.
Oh, you could zoom in, but
So you are over half.
You, on the other hand, are
Yes.
well below.
I'll give myself 40 and 40 to Zalotl.
And Zalotl can take, what's your half? 65, 67?
76.
76.
No, 65, 7. Yeah. Stupid brain. It's too late.
Okay, so Zalotl can take 17 of those from your half.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that'll bring him up to half.
Okay, we'll take those 17 and I'll heal myself up to half.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to collect my javelin if I can, if it's still around.
Ooh, crikey.
I think it returns to your hand.
Does it?
I don't...
I'll have to have a quick look.
Have a look. Look it up.
Yep. I'll have a look.
And what are we doing then? Anyone else want to do anything sort of urgently?
Riddle just wants to run over to where she saw the spider go and yell insults.
Okay.
Your father was a dung beetle.
Are you walking right over to the edge and looking over?
Xeroto also would like to approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, my javelin doesn't say anything about returning to my hand, so
No.
I'll have to try and look for it.
Okay.
Come back here.
Ashtar, can you roll a
d6? Point out that I was above it.
Yeah,
so
roll
I
a
wasn't
d6
throwing it
for
out.
me.
It's throwing into where the wall is.
Yeah.
A d6, yeah?
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Okay. You can't see it laying anywhere around here.
Okay.
And you were throwing at a sort of, 45-degree angle at it. 30 feet
I
of
just
you.
figured because I was sort of throwing it
Could've.
toward the direction of the wall, it wouldn't have gone off the platform. But
Could've.
fair enough.
But even if you do go down the bottom and have a scout around, you might find it.
Yeah, might be able to find it.
It's only got a certain range. So what have we got? So you're having a look around for your thing. Solotl's gone over and having a peer over the edge.
I think all three of us are.
Oh, right, okay. All three of it, Aloran and Riddle. Okay, you all look over the edge, and you're, a couple of 100 feet or a long way up in the air, but you can see this globe of darkness diminishing slowly. Probably, 100 feet below you or so. It's huge. It's, I don't know, more than 100 foot across.
Does the center look to be within 240 feet?
Oh, yeah. Riddle, if you want to do something.
I want to throw Spellchin Blast off, please.
Riddle, you see this giant spider crawling. It's sort of crawling down or dropping down like a levitate type thing and dropping down the stairway.
Yeah, I'd like to throw 3 Eldritch Blasts while screaming, "I see you, creepy crawly!"
All right, yeah, you see straight through the darkness. Go for it. Roll 3 hit rolls. 20's a miss.
20... 14's a miss.
14's a miss.
23's a miss.
You're still blessed, aren't you?
Yeah, you probably still got the bless. The 23 might hit. No.
Nope.
Okay, so you've quickly hurled some Eldritch Blast. What about you, Aloran? Any parting shots?
I don't believe I have anything that will reach him. So,
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I could teleport to Dimension Door to him and, continue the fight. But
You're right.
he doesn't really
please
want
do.
to.
Take me with you.
One of my last motes at him.
Okay.
And Xeroto, just out of spite, would like to dispel magic on it.
6!
If I can, it's like within 120 feet.
All right.
It doesn't do anything, but I got him.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to.
Roll a d20, Solotl. Okay. You might have dispelled something, but not with this particular one. Bear in mind that this was attempted to be counterspelled at 7th level and it didn't do it.
I know. I knew it was a long shot.
Yeah. However, the next round you hear screams from below.
Be good.
Is it Cleon?
Sounds a bit Cleon-y.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Are you all bolting down the stairs?
Well, Xerolo is.
Yeah.
Just to be aware that Zalotl and Ashtar have both been healed while in the interim.
Okay.
20
Thank
points.
you.
Thank you.
22 for Zalotl, 20 for Ashtar.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you Riddle, Aloran, are you following Zalotl down the stairs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. If I see that someone is rushing down, I'm gonna be there.
Okay. So spend a couple of rounds running downstairs. You get to the blinding light section. What do you want to do? Are you going to try and sprint through, Zalotl?
I mean, first I would like to check on Clean and Duente.
Yeah, isn't that why we're rushing down?
Oh, yeah, okay. So you see Cleon there, and he's uninjured. But he looks completely comatose, as in not catatonic. And he's just looking out into the distance off the bridge. Duente's nowhere to be seen.
And Sir Petrus carry him?
You can.
I'll pick him up and throw him over my shoulder.
Riddle, no one else can see this, but, probably within range of your objects, but within your 200 range, but sort of more than 100 feet away, there is an inky spot of blackness in the darkness, in the sky.
Within 240?
Yes.
I gotta do it. I'll throw some Eldritch Blasts, thinking it's the spider.
Okay. You can roll them out, and you throw 3. Oh, you can see, in that darkness, there's a spider in the centre of it.
Miss?
It's like looking at a globe of darkness in the middle of a dark night. No one else can see this, but your devil's sight.
Yeah, all 3 missed. But I will throw off one of my Crown of Stars if I can as well. But 3 left.
You're like an Imperial Stormtrooper shooting.
Yep, can't hit anything. I better watch out for blast doors.
Yeah. Sir Petrus, you grab Sir Cleon.
I do.
And you all sort of conga line through this area of radiance.
Yes, slowly and deliberately.
Slowly and deliberately, avoiding these 2 walls to the south and the west.
Yes.
You hit the stairs before you hit the south wall anyway. And you continue down, eventually getting to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So Petrus is depleted and needs to rest for longer than an hour.
Was that through the blinding light? Is that... Or was that blinding light gone?
The blinding light is still there. So you had to do the conga line thing through it.
Oh, okay. I was hoping to but it's stone floor, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. It's not gonna work then.
Try and collapse it or something.
No, I was hoping to score a line somewhere that we could just trace back with by feel.
Oh, I see.
But I think with a stone cobble floor, there's no real easy way to do that with what I've got.
Now, are you seeing the ground floor again?
Yes.
Should do.
Yes.
Okay, I can see Solotl, Petrus. Okay, yes, like you say, everyone's depleted. Now, Cleon has got some sort of, his mind is gone.
I can restore him after I have rested.
Do we have a place to rest within this place?
Place is not safe.
I can provide 24 hours of safety if that is of any help.
Yes, that would be a great assistance.
Is it? I mean, this is as good a place as any, I suppose. And Lauren casts Magic Mansion.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice. Is there like a hot tub in that one?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Really relax.
And food, and
Get rid of some of the knots in my muscles from that fight.
whatever you feel like
Awesome.
needing. This is just a place that we can go.
Okay.
Safe, at least.
This glowing door appears, inviting.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
So Petrus enters with relief.
Well, I was just about to say beauty
There we go.
before brains, but I guess not.
There's a golden light within. There's a magnificent foyer with numerous chambers beyond. The atmosphere coming from inside is clean and fresh and warm.
Before I go in, and I want to try and catch the eye of Iloran and approach him and sort of just grip his hand, like put my hand out almost like to kind of shake it, like sort of that kind of offer. And if he takes the hand, I'll pull into like a kind of bear hug type thing and just squeeze and be like, it's good to have you here.
You're welcome.
And just like that real, like, we've been through a fight now, respect, and you've got a nice place here. And yeah.
You can smell mulled wine, Ashtar.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite.
And roast boar.
But yeah, I just feel like you're one of us now. You're in. Like, she will die for you now.
Don't. Thank you.
Riddle runs
Thank you.
towards
Yeah. Watch out for those ribs. You might need to get Petrus to look at those.
Thanks.
And so, you all go through. Aloran,
Yeah.
just got to get checking those ribs, making sure none of them cracked.
Yeah, I'll crack him on the back as well as yeah, good job. Let's do it. Let's go eat.
Yes, food, anything but chicken.
And there's you can Riddle, you can smell fish.
Fish.
Probably not turtle soup though.
Yeah, sushi.
Dwenty's not with us though.
Duenty is not. Yeah, Duenty's not with you. And there's these sort of semi-visible, translucent servants with trays of food. So you have like a 9-course banquet. You're given clothes. The servants sort of mend and tend to your gear.
There's hot water.
Oh, yeah.
And
What are you meant to be hot?
Yeah.
It seems the least I can do from a
Does
very...
Petrus eat? I just want to watch him, like, just not...
He does not.
Yeah, just not obviously, but I'd be like, wait, does this guy eat?
He neither eats, nor sleeps, nor drinks.
You might want to check out our new friend Lauren has a little bit of a cracked rib. My bad.
I have some more
Honestly,
healing
it's fine.
spells.
He has healing spells himself, but he feels like a bed is going to be the best of all.
Then I will use... Does anyone else need healing? I have 2 cure wound spells left.
I mean, if you got a long rest, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right then.
Okay, so you all get a long rest, and you are rejuvenated. recover. You can change your spells. If you wanted to cast those cure wounds, it might be worthwhile because we're not having everyone. I don't know if you recall, we're not having everyone just automatically get all their hit points back.
Oh,
Might still be worth.
So you might, if you want to just blow all of your healing abilities beforehand.
You may as well if you.
Yeah,
can
like I have loads of healing spots.
Well, I am 108 out of 164, so I'm happy to. I'm happy to have either Iloran or probably I'd prefer Iloran. So Petra's hands on me kind of is a little bit weird. They're a bit cold and I don't know. I'm trying to relax here. I've just got the knots out of my muscles, you know.
Well, Sir Petrus is badly injured and will use his cure wounds on himself.
If you will still regain half of your hit dice back, but if you haven't used half yet, you may as well use those as well, because then you'll still go back to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have full hit dice to spend for tomorrow's short rests if you need any.
Thank you.
But you can do this all, throughout the week as well. Just work those out. Change your spells, but to give me a bit of direction, it would be good to know what your next moves are, if any.
Who is that?
Anyone can take whatever I throw out. I'm just using up my spell slots in healing.
I took the first 20 healing.
Yeah.
You did another one, didn't you? Of
21?
I did. Does anyone else?
21.
Anyone else taking that 21 healing?
I'll take it. And that should top me off.
And then there's another 15, right? You've done?
Yep. I've got one more at 5th.
Oh.
I'm exactly short 15.
All right, you take that.
Thank you.
Cool. May as well.
Well, right. I mean, I'm about to take a long rest and get. Anybody else?
Have you got more?
Yeah.
Before we have a long rest, is there any comprehend languages required? Like anything that we needed reading or anything?
No, we've got
We
the
did some
sword.
floating words 2 weeks ago.
I think I got those.
I
think it was just the sword I was holding it for.
Yeah, but we got that now, so.
Not a problem.
I think 20 wrote down the words that were floating because none of us could read it.
Laura and I can have the 16 and the 10.
Yeah, both.
Thank you.
All right. Could I take the other ones then? The other one? Is there one?
Oh, yeah.
more? I think
There's 2 more coming.
So there's a 16 and there's a 9. Cool.
Okay, I'm sorry, I need to drop off early. So
Yeah, no worries.
I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, I'm all good.
I will say before I take a long rest then, if there's no other need for my spell slot, I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself for an hour and just walk around like a chicken.
The chicken.
Just for the hell of it, to fly around and glide.
Now that Sir Lottle's not here. One thing that you hear as you're resting is you hear these bells ring out, and they are chilling, ominous tones. You've only heard them once so far, as you were leaving the Duchess's mansion. But while the bells the first time rang 13 times, and this time they ring 12 times.
Weird. Now we've got some entity that's got a fixation with 12.
You can have an insight check, if you want to
Is
try
that
and.
like because one of us is gone? Is there a thing with how many people there are? Which one did you say? Insight?
Yeah.
The Petrus believes this is a timer.
Yeah.
Some hideous event will occur.
I got the number 12 for my roll. Does that count for anything? Yeah. I don't know. Countdown. Oh, no,
How did you
not
go with your
countdown.
insights?
Oh, I got
I got
12.
Oh,
I got a 20.
okay. So between Sir Petrus and Aloran, Sir Petrus, you believe that, like as you said, this seems like it's a countdown, a timer of some sort. To counting down to 1, and from 13 seems to be some sort of important number for Elysium. You know that there were 13 old gods.
Yes.
But other than that, you don't know why or what that might signify. Let's have a look. Oh, you do know that since the first bell went off, the day has gotten shorter. So you've been here for a few weeks, and same with you, Aloran. So while it's, a dismal, dreary, rainy place, days are still, 12 hours long and 12 hours of night. And since the bell rang, the sun has gone down, or it's gotten dark 2 hours earlier, and come up 2 hours later. Okay. And I think with this second one, because you heard the bells when you see where you're going into the entrance, you would see from uphill, because everywhere in Elysium there is an uphill and a downhill, because it's sort of like sloping down towards the lake. This time you see a thicker blanket of fog coming from uphill, and it seems to be, as you look all around the place, coming from the edges of town and swamping down towards the lake. And it's probably about 3 feet thick on the ground, pea soup type stuff. But as it comes past you, just like a tide, it fills the area above your head, such that everywhere is just lightly obscured. And while there were patches like this before, like down where the lake was, if you recall, now it seems to be everywhere with the second tolling of the bells. And with that, I think we should close out for tonight and carry on with all fresh, rested, well-fed from wherever you're planning to go next. Is there any ideas just before I do, or you can give me some hints throughout the week?
Guess that Sir Lottel and Sir Petrus are going to want to pay a visit to the printing press place.
Ah, yeah, printing press?
Not yet. I think that can wait until after we've rescued
Oh, that's right.
the girl.
Yeah, it was the priority of the girl.
But I wonder whether research should be undertaken in the library to perhaps find places known within the city that the walls between worlds are weaker.
Yes, places other than the one in which we've just...
Yes, I don't think we should tangle with the spider again.
No, not at all. Yes, I think we should certainly do some investigating for that. Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
When I was doing trying to sort of push into that feeling
Yes.
of traveling through those barriers, was there like a sensation or signature kind of feel or anything that perhaps I might recognize again if I push through or try to do it in different locations.
You think that just like pressing on a solid wall,
Yeah.
you will now know the sensation of when you touch on a solid wall and it feels spongy.
Yeah. So I could try to maybe do some of this meditative sort of pushing the veil to see if I can find soft places. While someone does the reading.
Yeah, definitely.
Because my intelligence is not that great.
Yep, you're perfect for it. So there's printing press, mausoleum, library, Sneerians, the infinite stair. What else do you know about? Cicero's bar.
Well, I think the infinite stair is ultimately where we need to get. I'm just not sure how we get there.
Yeah, I think maybe those with intellect can try research. Those with personal skills can try asking at the pub. And those of us with lacking both of those could maybe try other approaches.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 7:15. This will be a good time. And it's a good time game-wise because you're about to set off. So, let's call it here. And thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sharon, for joining us.
Oh, yes. Welcome.
It's
thank you.
It's always a bit tricky jumping into a game when action's already happening and you're like, I don't know what's going on really. Yeah. So it was good.
Cheers.
I enjoyed your presence in the game.
Oh, thanks.
Your inspiration was most definitely helpful.
Oh, it's totally inspirational.
Bring on the roast turkeys and 100 servants and baths.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.